801! 801! I was madly just tweeting and putting the link and stuff to say that I was live on Facebook. I was nearly... I went live at 8 or 7:59 even. But, so close! So close. Mousem, it's good to see you, Blaholtzen. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Happy Crimson Tuesday. We're back on pixel art. We're back on Bucket. We're back on, later on, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. EGA. We're in the catacombs. Yes, happy Crimson Tuesday. Yes, good to be back. Thank you, Blaholtzen. Let's see. Before I came on, I added a new channel point redemption. It is Show a Fun Book. So there's that as well. Amberzine, good to see you as well. Let's see, dev update. It's not a dev update. I've actually been kind of busy and I haven't gotten a chance to work much on the game, but I'm going to definitely get onto it this week after stream. I need to just make a little bit of progress here and there as I'm doing other things. It's really important. But something I wanted to do today that unfortunately I wasn't able to do was talk about this and show this off. This shipped. This is still the developers unit. It's not a consumer unit. I am waiting for mine to come in. I'm in Canada, so it probably will take longer, but I wanted to show this off and I wanted to play the Season 1 games that have been released so far. And they have something called Mirror, which is something to help streamers kind of play the game. So you plug this in by a USB 3 into your computer, and then this utility called Mirror lets you play on your desktop, and then you can stream, do all this wonderful stuff. And I wanted to do that today, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, Mirror is not working on my machine. I was kind of toying with the idea of troubleshooting that, but I've been on the Discord and I've been asking questions and people have been trying to help me with it. But as it happens now, the person who works on it is not really that available at the moment to help with it. So I'm kind of stuck with it, and I don't want to go into it, hopefully, too much today in terms of troubleshooting, because it might just be something that is not fixable, because everything's still so new with the thing. Like, the hardware is still pretty new, the software is still new. Bill Kuhn, good to see you. Jessica Jeffy, good to see you. It's super disappointing. I wanted to show, I think they've released, I don't know how many they've released yet, Season 1 games, but I did want to show that. Hopefully next week, even if it's a Dan stream, hopefully next week. I usually stream a little bit before Dan can come on, and hopefully I can get Mirror up and running on this thing so that I can show you guys what the games look like that are currently available, and play them a little bit. But we cannot do that. Dev update. I've just been busy. I haven't gotten into making more assets for the game, unfortunately, which is making me super antsy. That's why I'm promising you guys and myself that I'm going to get onto that this week for sure. Camelest! Oh my goodness, bonsoir. Bonsoir, Crimsonites, fellow Crimsonites. It's really good to see Camelest. I love your EGA stuff. I also really am proud of myself, and I love the fact that out of all the pieces of, your 4 images that you put up for some of your EGA work, I picked out the one you said was your most recent piece. I think artists always like that when someone picks out their more recent piece as the one that they like the most, because of course, people get better every single piece that we do. But I love it. I think it's stunning. The lighting is amazing. So good luck with, I know you're working on a bit of engine stuff, and I know you were having difficulty with figuring out how to make something just simple and not be too ambitious in terms of scope. And I am not a good person to give any advice about that whatsoever, because the Crimson Diamond is my first game, and I did the first mistake everyone says, which is don't do something big the first time, and I did. But if I could give some advice on, a game project and starting and finishing a game project, and don't listen to me at all, because I've never started and finished a game at all. Yes, Bill Kuhn, tonight is art and let's play. Bill Kuhn. Yes, that's what we're doing today. But if I, yeah, my advice would be, I know you're saying you're struggling with the level of complexity in terms of your game. You're kind of, you get bogged down with like the details of what you're making before, when you're still in those real preliminary stages. What I might say is when you're starting off doing the project, just start super simple and super broad strokes, and kind of get that all done and settled. And then as it's almost like making a sculpture, you kind of have to do the big shapes and everything first, and then you slowly add, if you have time and ability and willingness and all that, start adding details here and there, and then the complexity gradually develops. It's really daunting to think of something super complex from the very beginning, because there's so many parts that are connected to all the other parts, and it almost like it exponentially gets complicated if you try to be complicated from the beginning. Like the basic beats of stuff should always work and be connected, but then all those other things, and this is what I found when I've been making my game. I tried to do something really simple, and then as I'm going through it, I come up with these little connections of, certain things can be connected to other things, and it becomes something a little more complicated over time, but it's an organic thing, and if I had thought about how complicated it was going to be at the beginning, it would have been super daunting. Yes, big is fun. And I can say finding those little connections of logic within something as you're building it is super super rewarding. Um, but I guess I was almost fooling myself when I was starting my project, where I thought, oh, I know what I want, and it's going to be really super simple and straightforward. It's a very established genre, adventure games, and there's not a lot of like mechanical stuff that should be that difficult. But of course, uh, it doesn't end up being that way a lot of the time. Yeah, Mouse Game Dev, not even once. What else can I show? I can show, in terms of progress, I can show. Oh yeah, he's been getting keyed out. Give me 1 second. Um, I can show. Oh wait, turn off chroma key. Yes, I have been working on Evan Richards. He's coming along. Like I said, I don't have a good light gray color yet, so I'm just kind of leaving the light gray areas blank for now. And that's pretty much doing well. Of course, there's always a difficulty with EGA, because EGA is never going to look the same on screen, on real life versus on screen. But that's kind of the magic of it too. It's kind of elusive. Okay, so that's that. What else can I show? Yeah, so that's it for now, and we're just going to jump right in, I think. I did have a plan of something I wanted to add. Not that it ever needed anything added to. Oh yeah, before I start jumping into Photoshop, I should run the trailer. I'll introduce myself. And I'm Julia Minamata. I'm making the Crimson Diamond. Except for the music, Dan Polakar is making the music for that. And hopefully we'll have Dan on next week for music stuff, because it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of feedback. We do tracks on, like, from beginning, just pretty much from beginning to end on stream, and it's really nice to have that whole process kind of right in front of us. So hopefully next week, but this week, yeah, I do everything else: art, programming, animation, and the rest of it. And we're going to be doing some art tonight. We're going back to our bucket, which will get done eventually, and it's totally overdone at this point. And the dangers of working by yourself on something and not having anyone else overseeing that is you kind of take these flights of fancy, and yeah. Never mind, why my game hasn't launched yet, or is going to hopefully be launched late this year. Never mind why that possibly happened, but what happens is you can't get carried away with stuff. Galileo! Well, good to see you. Hero Shapir, good evening. Cosmic Void 3 as well. Good evening. Not too late at all. Jim Plays Games will be sad when we have to move on from the bucket. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, we're not there yet, because even when we finish the bucket, we still have to do the fish animation, which I'm sure will be hopefully not as long. But I don't know. I can't tell you. These close-ups use a lot of detail, and I have no excuses. Yeah, we're not out of the bucket yet. So let's move. Speaking of, right, I just sidetracked myself. I was going to show the trailer for the game. The trailer is a text parser EGA adventure game with Roland MP32 music, and it looks and sounds like old adventure games from the late 80s and early 90s, but I'm hoping that it'll be a little easier to play. I hope. I we'll see. There's a demo on Steam. There's a demo on Steam. Oh, Dave, we're good to see you. There's a demo on Steam. No, Galileo. This stream, yeah, will not give you any spoilers. Don't worry about that. What we do during game art streams is we're just upgrading the art that's in the introductory sequence of the game. There was someone who made a quick look video of the game for Turian Shepherd on YouTube. Made a quick look game, 15 minutes of game, and most of it was the introductory sequence. And one of the comments was, "Oh, the art's a little like crude." I think I used the word crude actually, and I apologize for the fact that it was, but it's all this art that I just kind of mashed together real quick because I wanted to have the sequence for the introduction. But nothing here. Like I will not give any spoilers about what's happening in any of the chapters. The demo is chapter 1, and that stuff I don't even really talk about either, even though that stuff's pretty freely available. But yeah, I won't. Don't worry about anything like that. Good. Yes, Jim plays games. Yeah, it plays how we remember them, rather than exactly as they were. Yes. Yeah. So we're working on something from that introductory sequence, which is the fisherman is in a river and he catches a fish and he puts it into a bucket. That's all. That's all we're doing. And so that's something that would have been revealed in the introductory sequence if you were to download and play the demo on Steam or on itch.io. So it's not going to be too bad of a thing. But before I get to that, I am going to play the trailer and then we're going to get started. Alright, here it is. Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist, assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS. Right, of course. Yeah, this is my very first stream, so sorry about that. Um, I was just saying, if anyone has the link to Turian Shepherd's video on YouTube of their first look at the Crimson Diamond, please put it in chat. Seator TV, good to see you. Hello, Grindislav as well. Fantastic, Grindislav is here. Grindislav, of course, being Francisco Gonzalez. Grindislav, are you Wild West Wednesdaying it this Wednesday, tomorrow? I think I had links for you somewhere. I was just looking at my Nightbot. Does that not do anything? I guess it doesn't do anything. Oh no, it doesn't. That's wrong. I used to have, I do have links, I just don't know what the command is anymore for Grindislav. Oh good, Grindislav is wilding this West Wednesday. This West Wednesday. And let us know what you're streaming, Grindislav. Pepsi Otaku, good to see you. Yeah, sorry, I'm really bad about doing everything properly. But yes, I was saying, yeah, if you're a streamer and you want to stream the game, the Crimson Diamond demo, please let me know, and I will try my best to show up on your stream in the chat to answer questions or give hints, things like that. And if you're a YouTuber and you make a video, please tag me on Twitter or wherever you are, and I will retweet and all that stuff and participate in any conversation you might want to have about it. Deluxe Talks has been busy last few Wednesdays, hasn't been for a while. Yeah, I always try to show up. Ooh, you'll be drawing a close-up background. Oh, a close-up background with tea, no less. Okay, that's gotten me excited because today we are all about the close-up backgrounds. Not drawing with tea. Yes, the background will have tea. Yes, I'm super excited actually about that, Grindeslav. Is there going to be like cute little tea cakes or tea sandwiches and or scones with creme fraiche and jam and butter and little tea tiers? There's going to be afternoon tea. I find drawing close-up stuff is so much more challenging than the background stuff I'm used to. Oh no, no, no tea. Frostbeard the dwarf, good to see you. Will the game have murders? I cannot say. So yes, Galileo, don't worry, I don't spoil anything about the game. I can't speak to what happens in subsequent chapters of it. Oh, containers of tea on a shelf. Gotcha. Thank you, Amberzine, for linking Turian Shepherd's quick look at the game. So most of it is playing through the intro. There's a little, very, very, very little bit of actually the in-game graphics, and so that's one of the reasons I really need to work to upgrade the intro graphics. Speaking of, let's move on to that because people do get a wrong impression, and that's kind of my fault. Here we are. If you don't see Photoshop, please yell at me like you guys have already yelled at me for forgetting to unmute. So containers of tea on the shelf. So tea would have been at that time probably super valuable. Oh, Grindeslav, thank you. Yeah, the bucket. We've started to rough in some of this background stuff. But I was thinking, so the reference for these flowers is clover, and I kind of was thinking, wouldn't it be fun to give some of their, give a faint reflection of the flowers in the bucket? And if I used both white and purple clover flowers, then I could put white and purple reflections in this bucket. I'm glad you guys are liking it. And also what would be fun is clover is, it's like a lucky, 4-leaf clover type of a thing. And so this idea being that the fisherman would be really lucky. Yeah, so I wanted to do some of that today, and we'll see how far we get. If I decide I'm being foolish or whatever. Where? Control right click. Oh. Control right click is going to show you what layer that stuff's on. 59? Okay, yeah, 59. Oh. Yeah. This idea being this is going to be a lucky fish for this lucky fisherman. So we're going to get into it. And looking at these nice references that I just picked up from the internet, just seeing how how this clover grows, it's not gonna grow quite this way. So we're gonna make these shorter. And also, I actually might just make them. Yeah, I mean there are purple and there are white, so I'm gonna start with maybe a purple one and see if I can make this look good. Point then click, good to see you. I see Tor TV, the bucket looks so much better than any photograph you've ever taken. I don't know about that. Welcome to Stream Point then click. So so I wasn't following much of the growth pattern of these things. In fact, let's just start anew with these two. So we're going to start here. And the way clover grows, it kind of grows tall, and then it's got all the clover stuff on the bottom. So we're going to do some of that. And see where that takes us. I'm going to use the bright green. I might eventually change this to the darker green. We'll see. Because yeah, it's going to need to differentiate itself, I think. Already I can see there's a problem. There we go. Something like that. And this could all be for naught. And the way these flowers grow is kind of nice. They're kind of puff balls, but then they have some texture in them, so we're going to do that with a darker magenta. Oh no, what did oh no, what did auto text do? Is it still working, or did it say something salty? It wasn't me. I'm afraid to check. I'm not. It's already passed me by, so maybe I'll see that on the rewatch. Oh no. Don't check. Okay. It's kind of nice to know that it doesn't censor, I suppose. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, thank you for the. Hey, good to see Ronald Dragster. I'm just gonna quickly check that. Point and click. Point and click. Thank you for the follow. Awesome, awesome. I'm gonna go back. Oh, I don't like so far. I don't like so far the shape that I have for this. It needs to be broader at the base here. And yes, after some of this, probably around 10 or something, or 10:30, we're gonna get back into Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, EGA. I'm not feeling my clovers. This isn't working. It's not doing what I want it to do. It's supposed to grow out and up. So let's figure this out better. This is not doing it for me. The shape overall is not right. So let's figure that out. Yay, Camulus! Yeah, I love when people come out and hang out and everything. The shape. Okay. Broader at the base. Come on. Cooperate. Oh, wow. Bill Kuhn says, today Computer Reset announced that the warehouse is now completely empty of everything, including trash. The liquidation is now completely closed and finished. The end of an era. That's, it is sad, a bit sad, but also I'm really glad that, yeah, they've gotten it all done. And hopefully everything, or most things, could get to places where they were going to be appreciated. I think, you know, I never went or anything, but I think one of the reasons that type of place appeals to people is I think a lot of people who are hobbyists of any kind or collect things have had the same dream. At least I think so. I've talked to people who've had the same dream as me, where you have this dream where you walk into a shop that time has forgotten. And I would get this when I was more into Lego. I would walk into in my dream, walk into a store that had all these Lego sets that were on the shelves stocked like they were new, but they were stuff from years and years and years ago. And they were all their ticket price. And I know that's a really silly dream to have, but I can't be the only one. I know I'm not the only one to have that dream because I've spoken to people who've had the very same dream. Yeah, Deluxe Tux, this is another reason why I chose this flower. There are only 2 pinks in the palette. It's lucky they're the exact correct shades for the job. Yeah, that's another reason why I picked clover, because clover is the right colors, first of all, and second of all, they were colors that I wasn't using in this piece yet, and I was going to say they're pretty easy to draw, but I'm finding that they're not, which is kind of irritating. Okay, good. Bill Bilkin says approximately 85% of items were saved from being scrapped. This bucket was rendered using UE5. Yes, yeah, exactly. Just to Jeffy, your Bilkin, thank you so much for letting us live vicariously through you and the others who are able to visit the Computer Reset. Oh, music's kind of low. Okay, I will pump up the music then. 1 second. Oh dear. 1 second. I wonder if I can. Audio, advanced audio properties. Can I pump it up more? Volume, desktop audio, volume. If I pump up the decibels, is that what's gonna work? Is that better? Let me know. Oh, mic is high. Oh, really? Is my mic high? Pump up the jam. Okay, I've turned up the music. I can turn down the mic. Mic noise. Okay, let me just check one thing on the mic. I will check. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for helping make things okay. Device properties. Oh, wait. Sometimes it's a weird thing gets automatically... Oop. Oh yeah, there's a weird thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a weird thing that sometimes keeps turning itself on when I unplug and replug my microphone. So hopefully that'll solve that. Yeah. Okay, well, that actually helped because I got to have the benefit of looking away from this flower, and I don't hate it as much as when I was initially working on it. So, yee. Oh, Jim Plays Games says, I wish Twitch let you stream 2 audio channels so the viewer can set streamer mic and game music audio separately. Yeah, that would be good. Yes, yeah, there's something called AGC that it's a box that keeps on ticking itself and I keep on unticking it. But yeah, whenever I unplug the mic, it comes back on again. So thank you. I appreciate that. It's just not gonna wreck everything. Oh, automatic gain control. Okay. Yes. And let me know if you guys do want the music higher again. If it needs to be pumped up. I think I pumped it up by a decibel, whatever that is, if that's meaningful. But I can do more. Yes, rest in peace, computer reset. It's really like a dream thing. It's the stuff of dreams. And does anyone know what will become of the building? The computer reset building. I do wonder about that. I wonder about what's going to happen with a lot of office spaces, or that now that a lot of places work from home if they can. Or if a lot of places are just going to go back to business as usual. I don't know. Oh, fog is green. Yeah, housing market might make quick work of those spaces. Yeah, that's what people, when they're talking about, abandoned malls, and what should be done with them, like people do say that they would be really good, like mixed use buildings. So they would have some residential and then some, restaurants and things like that. Yeah, housing is always it doesn't ever get less nutty. It just seems to keep going up and up and up. Ah, PWLAS, Pope. I can't say it for some reason. Pull ass? Welcome to chat, by the way. In your experience as an American, very few places will still actually let their employees work from home even if they can. Yeah, I have heard that too, to the frustration of many an employee. Edenwaith says, one place I worked for let the leases lapse on some offices and will only open new ones when people start coming back into them. Yeah, I gotta wonder. Oh, CR Building, Bilkin says the computer reset building will be sold. Oh. Before it was computer reset, it was an air conditioning business and a radio station, maybe even more before that. Okay, so Edenway says one empty mall was gutted, so only the anchor stores existed. Then they built a bunch of smaller stores. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Especially like in downtown, especially somewhere like downtown Toronto. Um, it would be nice to have more housing. I would think. Yes, log walls, exactly, just a Jeffy. I won't even try to sing along with it. Whirling, swirling, worldwide waters, log riders, something, something completely. Terrible. Maybe even copyright claimed. Wrecking Mario 777, good to see you. Welcome back. It's amazing that what you can do with such a small palette. The bucket looks great. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, it's night where you are. It's actually night where I am too. It's 8 p.m. I love limitation. I love it so much. It's kind of funny because I was listening to this old interview with Lucas Pope, where he talks about Return of the Obra Dinn. It was 3 years after Return of the Obra Dinn had come out, so I guess the interview had come out maybe a few years ago. Oh no, maybe just a couple of years ago. And he talked about he's working on a game right now for the Playdate. Speaking of the Playdate, and he talks about how excited he is about working within the limitations of the Playdate, like that 1-bit art style, and just how everything is super restrictive when it comes to specs, and how for him as a creative person, he loves that kind of thing. And I was like, yes, I feel exactly the same way. And I know we've talked about that in chat here, where it's these limitations that either are self-imposed or imposed by hardware, how it just kind of like really lights those creative fires and makes us really super interested in trying something. Deluxe Talk says, my place for most employees is staggering work from home so that less than 10% of the workforce is in the office on any given day. Since the building is always a ghost town, there's no benefit to being there at all. Yeah, I have a friend that is in exactly that experience, where yeah, you go back to work and everything like that, and then the people that are there, it's so deserted. You're like, well, why am I even here? What's the point? And yeah, people don't like feeling like they're just doing something for appearances. And you still have to meet on Teams. I see, yeah, on online stuff. Yeah, exactly. Eating with apartments or a parking garage or something in a large city, always welcome. Just a Jeff, he says, Julia, it's because of Crimson Caduceus that I end up having to watch a live Log Drivers Waltz again every week. Hey, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of Canadiana. CanCon. It's all about CanCon here. Eden Way says, my work is having us try to work on Wednesday. There's a lot of W's. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Lucas Pope does with the Playdate as well. On that the Playdate reveal video thing that they did a while back, they had like some video clips of some footage that he had developed. I don't know if there was much game on that yet, but yeah, he seemed really excited about it. And of course, everyone's just waiting and excited to see what he's going to do too. Yes, Camulus, exactly. Art thrives under limitation, in your opinion. It forces you to come up with very creative solutions. Yes. Oh, wow. Anyway, it says, after reading up about dithering techniques, now I'm reading about shadow casting techniques. Yeah, music as well. I think yeah, I know I'm not alone. I know you guys feel a lot the same way about that. It's just coming up with those solutions. I when I have too many choices, I get completely like stuck. I can't deal with it. Okay, so we have two clover flowers right now that are looking pretty good, and from this, I'm gonna just try to do a trial of um, can I make a reflection in the bucket? So we're gonna try that now. This could be a horrible mistake, but we're gonna try something here. Why is that not doing anything? Sample all. Oh, 100. Sorry, the this is too high. It's doing something else. Sample all layers. Sample all layers in 5. Okay, so let's. Oh no. Hide the marquee. Yes, music is definitely art. Oh, Stubblesons, good to see you. Yeah, the clover. Yeah, we're gonna. I wanted to work on just. We're continuing to overwork this bucket so much. So what I'm trying is I want to see if I can, put some kind of reflection of the clover in, into this bucket here. It's ridiculous. I don't know why I have to do this to myself. I don't have to, but I want to. Can we? I wonder. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, maybe the darker one. Why? Why? Grassland, good to see you. Damn, that's a fine bucket. Yes, yeah, yeah, Edith, yeah, nice shading on the clover flower. Someone mentioned the shades of magenta are pretty close. Strobel, since you put more hours in that bucket than I have an entire scene. Garage Lash, hello, good to see you. What is life after bucket? Like I said, this is the danger. This is the danger. Because I will just do this, and I don't know if it's such a good idea. So there will be more lit parts on here. So we're gonna take away. This could all, like I said, this is all just an experiment to see what happens. And this could just not work. And I'm prepared for that not to work. But I had to try it because I thought I had this idea. And I think it needs to be lower. So. Oh, where's that? Oh, weird. Maybe. Oop. No, stop it. Maybe. No. Maybe the lighter one, in fact. Hold on. No, maybe the dark. The dark works, I think. Fluke, it's good to see you. Happy Crimson Tuesday to you. Pupulas says, I've always wanted to get into making pixel art. Are there any resources you find especially helpful when first learning to make it? I would say on Twitter there are so many really good pixel artists that do amazing work. So that's a good place to start, just seeing what people are up to. Also, another thing that can be super helpful is looking at the type of pixel art that you like the most or that you're most inspired by, and trying to kind of recreate what they do, but also modify at the same time. That's kind of what I did when I was starting off. I didn't like recreate like by tracing or anything like that, which there's nothing wrong with tracing, by the way. It's a really good learning tool. I looked at old adventure game like Sierra Adventure Game, EGA palette, the same resolution that I'm working on now, which is 320 by 200. And I looked at the stuff that they were doing at that time and really looking closely at how they dealt with light and shadow and everything, and that's kind of how I started with my own rooms. That's not bad. I think also I'm gonna do another one of these. If anyone else has any possible, I know there's a lot of pixel artists in chat, so, and if anyone else has any other tips on how to get started. Bucket up, bucket on a t-shirt needs to be official merch. Oh, how am I doing this fine day? This fine evening. Evening, yes, yeah. It's now 8:41 Eastern, 8:41 p.m. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I've been pretty busy, so I haven't been able to really work on assets, which is bad. I have to get back on that again. And so I've already told chat, and I'm holding myself accountable to making more assets this week. But yeah, overall doing pretty well. Certainly can't complain. I work from home. Speaking of working from home, and I've worked from home for quite some time. Even before doing game stuff, I was doing illustration and everything like that. So I've been super fortunate that I've been able to kind of do that. And for people who got their first sweet taste of working from home during COVID and then are being now called back, I feel like my sympathies, deepest sympathies, are with you. And hopefully, if you guys just can somehow, sometimes, if employees talk to the people up above, they can make a little bit of change here and there in terms of scheduling. I know that's kind of a really big ask, but I know of some workplaces that have been, talking to their bosses and stuff about negotiating what that work from home transition is, or if there is some aspect of work from home that can be preserved. You know, I just feel like I hope that you can do that as much as possible. Yeah, Cosmic Boy 3 says, yeah, serious games, great source of inspiration. Gursak PT says, I was trying to do the same, but I picked the Larry games. Yeah, Edenway says, yeah, pretty good advice. Reminds me of how I make new music at times. I try and learn some song, botches so badly it becomes something new. Yeah, and just doing it, yeah, Blowholtzen, yeah, is like, yeah, that's kind of the advice that yeah, is the one that is like seems the least helpful, but it is the most applicable. That learning by doing is a huge thing, but it's good sometimes to have like a structure that you're working toward. Yes, more assets for chapter 5. I built the first third of chapter 5, like where everyone's supposed to be, what everyone's doing, and now I just have to, animate them doing their new chapter 5 section 1 actions. And things that change in the environment, I've been doing those, and new inventory items. Like I think last week, Grindislav was working on some inventory items on his stream, and yeah, I need to do some more of that myself. So that's something I'm definitely doing as well. So yeah, the good thing is that those things don't take that long. So I'm okay to get them done pretty quickly, but it's just a matter of finding time. I just take stuff on. You know how I am, you guys. Oh, work has some nice coffee machine. That's a minor perk. Yes, and the bucket emote. I can't make a bucket emote until I'm finished the bucket. One thing at a time. Eatingway says, one of my young coworkers who was hired during the pandemic was wondering if our work would pay for parking or commuting costs. It would be nice, but that's a rarity. That is often the cost of going to work. Yeah, that's another thing, is that people are recognizing how much of their time and money is spent on commuting. Yeah, Jester Jeffy says, I miss being around people at work. I always thought I was an introvert. That it's just so much more efficient to be together in the same physical space. I found kind of this thing where I thought I was an introvert. I was totally right. Well, like I said, I'm so used to working on my own anyway. Um, and I've since worked like on other things with teams of people, like the recommendation dog for Playdate and Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator. All of that was completely done remotely. We did some video meetings here and there, but not really. I didn't need to be on a lot of those meetings. So I found actually that yeah, I'm just as much of a hermit as I thought I was. Yeah. Even with yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably animations are not what you should be calling assets, but I just call them that because they're just frames of. They're just to me like frames of images make up animation, so I just think of them as assets. Yes, bucket emote will be another month of streams, but it would be the best bucket on stream. The size of an emote, there's a bunch of different sizes. I can't remember. Like I just when I added the point redemption for showing a fun book, there was a number of different sizes. It was a 112 by 112, 56 by 56, and 28 by 28. I think were the for that, but for emotes, I'm not sure. Yeah, and Bell says you can upload emotes in 2K. Eating Way asks, for those games you worked on, did you have something like Slack or Discord set up for communication with teams? Yes. So sometimes it's been Slack and sometimes it's been Discord. One time I got scared because I thought I was going to need Trello for something, but then they figured that we actually probably wouldn't need it for what I was up to, so I didn't have to get Trello. I've used Trello before for something else like ages ago, but right now it's most part it's Discord. And yeah, and one place I was working with, they were using Slack. Pullo said, I thought I would miss working in the office, but during the year and a half I worked from my job, I didn't miss it at all. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess, something we can all kind of like learn from about each other. You think things are going to be a certain way, but you never know until you're actually in that situation. Let's try a couple more flowers along this other side I'm still not sold on them, but I think it's still worth a try to continue exploring them. Okay, yeah, and Blahalton said Twitch will rescale it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Showboat Snitch definitely embracing my inner hermit as well. Gotten used to it over the last few years. It's so nice. Yeah, and of course there are people who like working from home or like working from the office. There's definitely all kinds of different people. Eating with my hermitness has progressed to me going outside to only yell at dandelions and stay off my lawn, dagnabbit. Yeah, I was pretty hermity before, and I'm pretty hermity still. Just confirmed what I figured about myself. I also kind of like the way that the clover's leaves work out. Although I say that as soon as I just completely didn't do one properly. Ah. Karasla says, I'm happy with some going in and some work from home. Sure is nice when you can just get cozy, quiet work at home. Sometimes the more quick chats at work help. But my work gels pretty well too. Yeah, yeah. It's another thing. Like some people communicate better in person. Some people communicate better uh, with email and messaging and stuff. I myself really prefer communicating with messaging, especially if it's for work, because my memory is terrible and I'm really detail oriented, and I prefer having everything written down so I can refer to it later. And yeah, if I can't really, I don't want to really rely on my memory uh, for for remembering everything I need to do. So I'm glad whenever there's a written, like there's a paper trail, so I don't have to remember stuff. Oh no. Masumi says, if you add flower reflections, you'll need to add reflection of the fish as it goes into the bucket. The fish comes in from above, so we wouldn't actually see the fish reflected in the side of the bucket. But on the inside of the bucket, we probably would, but I might just do shadow on a drop shadow, and not be overly concerned about reflection with that. Because yeah, I say that now, but I really, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing I don't think I'll be doing it. I think with the way the lighting is, I probably will do some shadow, which will be affected by the inside of the bucket, but there won't be a lot of frames of animation either. But yeah. Yes, this is taking so much time, Grisek PT says, that flowers are starting to grow. Just as Jeffrey says, I've always been the kind of person who liked being alone. After the past couple of years, I just want to be around people and give free hugs to everyone daily. Totally inappropriate. It's amazing what we learn about about ourselves and other people, you know, in terms of like what we're really like. And it's totally situational too. I'm gonna put one up high because I'm gonna be super dynamic like that. Oh, where's that? This is where everything gets to be a mess. Yeah. Pepsi Otaku also loves working from home. Last office I worked in probably 3.5 years ago had those sad 6 foot high cubicles. They were so isolating that they gave me a panic attack. Oh no, I'm so sorry. But 6 foot high, like I mean, if you're shorter like me, then yeah, you're not. You stand up and you're still not seeing anything. It's not like the cubicle prairie dog thing that happens when you've got those 4 foot high cubicle walls. 6 foot high cubicle. Yeah, Karasla, same with memory. My hearing is trash too. Being able to look at a text message is nice if it's any sort of big task. Yeah, I like to be able to digest the written word better, and then when I write an email about when I have questions or give details, I reread it, rewrite it, and just make sure everything's really clear as possible. I don't know. I mean, I've heard some people say that in terms of communication, they feel like verbal communication is superior to written. But for me, I think I'm so much better at expressing myself with written, especially if there's information that has to be conveyed. So, because every time I need to talk to someone or ask them questions, I'm so preoccupied with, oh my gosh, what if I forget to ask something? Or what if, any kind of, so it kind of just makes me kind of get inside my own head while I'm talking. Deluxe Talk says, I spend about 10 to 15 hours a week on long walks outside. I am also a hermit. The hardest thing about it is meeting friends or potential romantic partners. See, that's another thing which I can totally understand. It kind of depends. I've had conversations about this too, where it does depend professionally where you are in your life and how old you are. Because yeah, I think a lot of times when you're younger, you want to have that social aspect and you want to meet people. And where else are you going to meet people except at work potentially? Of course, there are other places, but that's a place where you see people a lot every day for hours. And also in terms of networking and getting to know people, it's a lot easier to do that in person. So totally understand for what either if you have different social or career goals or where you are in those things, how old you are. There's so many aspects of it that make a huge difference in terms of what you would prefer. Eden Wade kind of likes the cubicle farms with the high walls. Well, the problem is if a person isn't very tall, it's me, and you and you don't want to accidentally bump into someone around the corner. Yeah, that would totally be me. And I think I would feel a bit claustrophobic if I couldn't, if I just my view was constantly obstructed by cubicle walls. Yeah. Neo's opposite of the Matrix. Banana phones were dope. Jim Matt, good to see you, says, why are cubicles always gray or beige? I guess it's supposed to be calming or coordinate well. It's not. It's true. I guess otherwise just the visual noise of walls, and then people wouldn't want certain colors, so everyone can agree or dislike the same color, gray or beige, or or what's it called, grayish is another color that seems to be pretty popular in home decorating circles. But yeah, I mean, I guess if you had blue or something, I think blue would be better because I think everyone can kind of agree with blue, and blue is soothing. Yes, Eden says, at one job, it was joked to put a floating balloon on one of the shorter coworkers so we knew where she was and we didn't run into her. Yeah, that would be me. I would have a balloon tied to my neck and a bell. Yeah, they should be covered in the plant walls. Yes, I agree as well to that. I think that would be a perk. Oh, good. Yes. Pulaz says, I'm fortunate that my work allows for a hybrid schedule, and there's a lot of pressure to not take oh, but there's a lot of pressure to not take advantage of it. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, says that make brick patterns on the cubicles, let ivy grow on them, then it will look like Wrigley Field Baseball Park. Yes. Yeah, well, just as Jeffy, yeah, actually, if I'm finding that talking to someone face to face or video chat is the most effective way to understand each other. Facial body language, very important. It is very important. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then I'm going to put a third flower probably somewhere else, and then I'm going to start adding them in other places so it's not so odd looking. But I really want to see what the reflection is going to look like. And then of course we're going to start putting them in other places, but like in patches, like not all over. Dave says the one thing I found about robo communication is that it takes much more time to discover poor assumption when it exists. Also, yeah, I loved my pandemic social life. The streams like this were a big part. Oh no! Deluxe text. Hey, I had a low cue ball, and the dude opposite me was a tall guy with a standing desk. It was weird to have constant eye contact. Oh my gosh. Yes, hoteling. Deluxe text. I've heard all about hoteling, where no one, you don't have a fixed desk that you call your own. You kind of just check in, and you know there's a certain like neutral setup that everyone kind of goes to, and you sign in to certain desks at certain times. Yes, really short cubicle walls, more common trend of open floor plans. Open floor plans, I don't think I like that either. Oh, interesting. Bilkin says computer cases were originally gray and beige because of German laws regarding office appliances and furniture, so those colors were used and it became the international custom. Very interesting. Oh wow, yeah, that's your Eden West's new job is hoteling. They hired so many people over the pandemic; they're no longer assigned to desks now. Oof. Oh my goodness. So I realized that something else that I haven't been doing with these flowers that I need to be doing is that because they kind of are stalks that stand up, they kind of at some point they're facing the viewer. So I have to account for the change of perspective, which is kind of something I wasn't doing. Hoteling. Yes, I've heard all about hoteling. Oh, yeah, Edenway says the design firm who created Apple's Platinum design language for their 80s hardware was named Frog, Federal Republic of Germany. I've heard Frog before. I think I saw it and I was watching these industrial design lectures and they mentioned Frog. Which is kind of cool. If anyone is interested in watching some really amazing industrial design lectures that cover just about everything from the beginning of Industrial Revolution to like modern day, talks about Art Deco and Art Nouveau and a lot of things that a lot of stuff that got produced and the technology that allowed things to get produced and get produced in different ways. I recommend Matthew Bird, who does a YouTube channel called History of Industrial Design. I think the YouTube name is History of ID, and he is a professor with the Rhode Island School of Design. And when the pandemic happened, he started doing his lectures. He put them on the internet for anyone to see, and they're really, 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 really good. So, highly recommend those. And that's why I've heard of Frog. And he also talks about like gems as well. I mean, he's got this whole thing about these Tiffany diamonds. Oh, Blaholtzen, you saw one of those too. They're wonderful. Really, really, really wonderful. He's just an amazing lecturer. He's so knowledgeable and so passionate, and it's just wonderful to get, a teacher like that. Yes, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Rhode Island School of Design is a top one. Parsons as well is a big one as well in the States. There's one I think called Ringling as well. Yeah, there's some really amazing, amazing, amazing design schools. School of Visual Arts in New York is also really, really good. But I don't know if they do. I'm sure they must do some form of industrial design. Oh, almost time for another book show and tell. I have one planned. One of my favorite books that I picked up over the past few years. Oh, wow, Blaholtzen. I think he showed up in my recommends randomly and I watched the whole thing. Yeah, Blaholtzen, it's just amazing. Even he'll do stuff that even talks about like tool and die, and he'll talk about jump rings and how to make them, and really, 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 really good lectures. So, History of Industrial Design, Matthew Bird. Because he gives just also the context, which is like the whole, basically the most important part of it is the historical context, how things happened and why. A Matthew Bird, Bill Kuhn. And the channel's called History of ID, so the letters I and D. History of Industrial Design. I'm just going to do one more flower, but I'm going to put it probably behind here. I'm going to put one flower kind of on the side, right on the side here. And what I think that's going to do is it's going to give an opportunity to, make the bucket integrated with the surroundings more. And then also I'll have a chance to do a reflection on this edge here. And then from there, I'm not going to do, I'll put like some patches in the shadows as well, which I'm really looking forward to, and then a few other patches in here, and then have smaller, have them kind of shrink down into the distance, and then I think that'll be that. Oh wait, whoops. No. Not right. Yeah, there we go. I also kept this week's tag to an art tag, trying to see if that's better than the Crimson Diamond tag we were using before. Because I'm not really technically streaming the Crimson Diamond, so I get it. Although I need to ask Grundislav, maybe if he's not here right now, but I'll ask him tomorrow if I see him on his stream, what tag he uses, or I should just check what tag he uses. I have no idea. Oh man, am I still on? Okay, there we go. Lucas, have a good night. Thank you for checking in. It's good to see you. And I'll see you on Twitter, or I'll see you on Twitch or somewhere. Oh, okay, Deluxe Tech says Grundy uses, pretty sure Grundy uses the art tag most of the time. Yeah, I think probably more accurate to do that. So I might stick with that. But of course, I'll change it to Last Crusade when we get there. And hopefully, yeah, hopefully I won't get myself stuck in the catacombs or something, you know, other disaster. Although I did see on a YouTube comment that I might have missed something in Henry Jones Sr.'s house. So I don't know, we'll see. So after this, I'll start adding the reflections of these other flowers, and then we'll hopefully see if we're buying it or not. And if we need to change some of the colors around, change some of the dithering colors if we need. So. Okay, Edenway says it's certainly possible to miss items in that game, but even if you do, it doesn't necessarily mean you are stuck. Okay. Oh no, dear boy. Hopefully Julia doesn't improve so much during these she has to go back and remaster the earlier ones. Well, the good thing is so far I actually haven't I don't have a lot of close-up shots in the game right now. I mean, I kind of do, but they're not. I'm fine with their level of finish, so I don't anticipate that's gonna be a problem. And in the intro sequence, this is the first up close scene that we've actually worked on. So, not to say that this will be the template that I'll be using. I don't think there are any more buckets in the intro after this, so I don't think I'm gonna be too worried about setting the bar too high. Okay, so I'm gonna take the gray. But I do feel like this piece didn't take too long. I mean, don't anyone look back and see how long this took. Please. So, actually, that's gonna probably be better. The lighter color here. Yes, it's better. But I don't think anything will ever equal the Royal Canadian Museum that we did. That was ridiculous. Yeah, wait till we get to the wastebasket, Belcoon says. Yeah, I don't have any thankfully I don't think I have anything that'll be on par with this in terms of detail. So what I'm going to do for this is the places where the the bucket dither is light green, I'm going to change that for the light purple. And I might actually have to do something about this green color. I'm not buying it. Something's wrong here. Yes, the Gooseegg PT, yes, the bucket will be an emote. I just have to see about how I'm going to deal with it. We already have a fish. The fish. Jessica Jeffy says, Julie, have you ever tried doing an EGA demake of a VGA screen? I have done EGA demakes, but not of not really of an EGA screen per se. Like I did the Animal Crossing one. I did Consuming Shadow demake. I was working on a Hades one, but they weren't really VGA, I guess. I really enjoy doing demakes though. I kind of want to do more. I saw on Twitter Ben Chandler's got this great series of games reimagined as adventure games where he kind of does like a nice kind of like painted kind of a pixelated background thing, and I kind of like that. I don't know why this isn't working for me right now. The contrast is too high. It works there, but then when we get over here... It's fine. Yes, Hades, yeah, exactly. Yeah, but nothing where... Oh yeah, I started a Cyberpunk CGA looking one, but yeah, after that I kind of haven't really gone on them for a while. I wonder if I could just pick up some of that color here like that. Seator TV, good to see you. Have a wonderful night. See you later. Just gonna pick out some of that. And then now I'm going to also put some flowers in the shadow area. So let's see here. There they are. So these scribbly flowers, we're just going to get rid of these. I kind of like them though. I think they're staying. Here's yeah. Well, these ones are already kind of in the shade area. All these ones kind of are. So maybe I should... Let me try something. I might make these cyan. I might make those cyan because they're in the cooler area. Maybe this is going to be too much, but we'll find out. Yeah, it's too, maybe not those colors. Oops. Maybe if I use the cobalt as the shadow color. And then the dark green as the light color. And then for this part as well. This is just, yeah, I'm just exploring my options. This would be too much as the light cobalt. Can't really see them anymore. Maybe not needed. Maybe just dithering. I will try dark blue dither. I'll try dark blue dither. Yeah, that could work. And another thing I want to try is dithering. Let's try actually both. Dark blue dither on both. No, you can't see them anymore. They start breaking up. So I need a different color for that dither. Maybe the dark green is a dither. Yeah, there it is. Because there should be something differentiating the two. Yeah, better. And maybe dither the light magenta with the light cyan. Too bright. Light gray. Oops. Oh, I saw that Deluxe Talks. I saw that on Twitter that there's some Elder Scrolls games free on Steam. They used Elder Scrolls 1 or the Arena for the thumbnail, so I assumed it was going to be Arena, but also Daggerfall. Hmm. Hmm. I'm feeling like this blue I'm gonna start knocking back. I feel like it's really dark. I wonder if Daggerfall has been fixed. Do you think that they included a lot of the mods and stuff? Yeah, I think it was probably gonna not be solid blue anyway, so that's kind of okay. Just go in and break some of this stuff up. Hmm. Hmm. I am wondering about if the differentiation of the clovers is too much or not enough. Hmm. Actually, I still might have a bit of that in the middle here, but I think I'm gonna also fade it out. I actually didn't check out what the Steam deal with on that was. I have Daggerfall, a big box, but I never played Arena. But I don't know if it's something that is recommended. Wonder why they decided to do that, actually. It's getting spooky on the side of the bucket. I feel like the... I feel like I didn't do... This shadow's now looking funny to me. So I'm kind of trying to fix it. Hmm. Oh, you think? Oh, you look. Oh, so spooky was a good thing for Pepsi Otaku. You thought it was looking good. Okay. This would be an instance where yeah, video conference call would be better than text messaging. I know that in Toronto there was a bit of a thing pre-COVID for um, shared workspaces and stuff like that. But I don't know if those have kind of completely disappeared or if they're still like a thing. Because they seemed like a kind of a cool kind of compromise between having an office and working from home, especially if you had stuff like meetings to do. I'm starting to get really sloppy with my layers. Jesse Jeffrey said I had my eye on a bunch of co-work spaces, but they all seem kind of pricey to me. Yeah, I don't really know how they work. Yeah, because yeah, I mean, if you want an in-person meeting, you know, it's a nice thing to be able to have. But are you fully remote, Jester Jeffy, or are you part-time in the office? Ah, farewell to Nova Scotia. Oh, fully remote, just as Jeffrey says. Okay. I suppose I could show up at the studio if I wanted. I feel like I've had my fill of waking up to bee places from school. And I'm fortunate that I don't need to anymore. And indeed, yes, I am as hermity as I believe myself to be. But I would, I would one day really love to meet the strange scaffold folks that I've been working with. The thing is, a lot of that would used to happen at events and things like that, and I'm not doing those right now. Yes. Really up your hermit game and find a nice cave next to a waterfall. Did the hermit in Quest for Glory? He was really strong and acrobatic. I guess it must be because he climbs up and down that the rock face that the hero struggles to get up and down, but that's like his everyday. What was that guy's name again? Enery. He was Enery, wasn't he? Oops. No, I don't want to print it. Although that looks nice, doesn't it? Okay, so it was Enery Ermit the Eighth. Whoa, Jesse Jeffy says, in the past couple of years, we've had nearly 100% staff turnover, which means that I've now met almost none of my coworkers in person. It's so friggin' weird. Wow, yeah, so that's another thing where you don't really get very many opportunities to meet coworkers. It can kind of be weird. Oh wow, Dave Voice says I had something pretty similar over COVID, but it was because we hired like 200% over COVID. Wow. Wow. Bill Kuna says I once made a ZZT game with a character named Kermit the Hermit because no other name rhymes with Hermit. Does it have to rhyme though? Couldn't it be Herman the Hermit? Or Mitchell the Hermit? Who are these people? Yeah, I can see that as being a bit of a difficulty. It would be nice, yeah, to meet people at some point that I've been working with. Like I met Zalavir once at a PAX West, like pre-COVID. Yeah, Lucy the Reclusey. Yes, exactly. And nothing says that they have to, have a name that reflects their occupation. If Hermitage occupation. McDermott the Hermit. Serbalston is perfect. I like it. McDermott the Hermit. Emmett the Hermit. Hermione the Hermit. Dory the Hikomori. That's pretty good. Hikikomori. You could go Hikiko the Hikikomori. Or have a Hikikomori called Hikikomori. Mori-san. Or something. Ridiculous. Yeah, everyone is hologram AI. Just, yeah, certainly nothing wrong with that, and you'll be more used to the hologram AIs when they do happen. Mm-hmm. I like it. Gotta move that down. Hmm. Chartreuse the Recluse. Rick the Recluse. Yeah, I don't really. It's kind of funny that there's always this desire to make names that kind of sound like that, like Chatty Cathy and Nosy Nancy, and but Peeping Tom, that should have been Peeping Peter. I think I want to include more. Should the rightmost flower be in the sun? Yeah, that's my kind of concern. Is I think I need to shade those more, but when I shade them more, they look very strange. So I'm not really sure what to do with them. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one is the one we were kind of having difficulty with. Oh, look, I got a scam text. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, I might. I was trying to come up with ways to make this look better, but I don't know if I've come across. These are looking really crunchy right now, so I haven't come up with a satisfactory solution yet here. I don't think. You think the phrase is a literary reference to the story of Lady Godiva? Oh, which part? Sorry, Deluxe Tux. I've lost the thread of it. Aha! Oh, so you've met some coworkers finally in person. You felt bad when one person who recognized you didn't recognize him right away. I thought he didn't have his glasses on. Aw. Oh, that reminds me. Dave asked where on earth proof is in the pudding came from. Maybe from like an Agatha Christie, or maybe from Shakespeare or something. David Alexander 82, good to see you. Welcome back. Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you like how this is coming along. I'm just having a little bit of trouble with these clovers that are in the shaded area. I don't really. I'm not totally sold on what's going on here. I would think that proof is in the pudding isn't Shakespeare. Oh, I forgot to clear off my scam texts. Yeah, I kind of did a bit of subdued lighting here, but I don't know. We might have to. It might be a situation where I go back to this part after a while, because right now what's really bugging me is the handle. So I might handle the handle for now. But maybe it's a matter of just maybe hand dithering some of this leaf so that it's not as bright. That could be it. That might work for me, actually, come to think of it. Ooh! Okay, so proof is in pudding. Origin of the phrase dates back to when pudding was a sausage-like dish. Oh, you like black pudding? But then how is that easier to put the proof in the pudding if it's a sausage? It would be easier to slip proof into pudding if it was a soft, creamy dish. Okay, oh, proof was whether or not you got food poisoning or parasites. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. Proof is in the pudding. So you basically it's like, let's eat this and see what happens. I'm actually feeling a bit better about this as I'm selectively dithering. I feel like it's giving me a bit more of the effect that I want. It used to be proof is in the tasting. Okay, Strobelson says way back in the 1600s. Could have been Shakespeare. No, I don't know. Yeah, that's actually good, and that actually might be what I end up doing for the clovers in the shade. Is I might actually end up just hand dithering that part so that they look more shadowed, because that seems to be working better for me. Okay, the only way to know is to try. Yeah, I don't want to say that about a sausage from the 1600s. The only way to know is to try. No, I don't think so. Maybe I'll just smell it first a little and maybe feed it a little to somebody else and see. Or the canary, maybe give the canary a bit of that sausage. Mary Pat, good to see you. Thank you for the sub. Hi, hope you are doing creative. I'm trying. I'm really trying. It can be a bit of a tall order sometimes. But I certainly can't complain. I make my own schedule, which is I like, but also, of course, there can be drawbacks. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a matter of just picking out the parts that I won't be lit and using just the dark cyan. It's probably going to be as simple as that. Yeah, exactly. Strobel says poor canaries, feeding them bad sausage and exposing them to deadly gases in mines. Well, the best thing would be to feed it to a smaller animal that would get, poisoned quicker. The best being a relative term, of course, but, like you could have like a little rat or something. I mean, I don't really know why, like the food taster thing, like why that had to be a human. Couldn't they just use other small animals? That's terrible, but I mean, come on, it is true. Yeah, that's another thing. You sometimes have to wait a long time for poison. I don't think I don't think it's not often as dramatic in terms of poisoning deaths. So yeah, I think I you know, recommend using something smaller to test your food on. No one needs to have that or know that or needs. No one needs that advice. I don't think. But there you go. Yes, exactly. Yeah, the canaries in the coal mines. And was it ever proven to be a thing, or was that just a kind of a made up thing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the whole thing, Dave. Boy, the thing about food. You're gonna wait for your next meal to get cold. Wait for your meal to get cold to see if it develops parasites. Yeah, exactly. Food temperature is very important in terms of what is good and what isn't. What tastes good, even. Maripat says, I'm not sure about what you were talking about, but sounds like bad air. Recently started reading about how wells were made back in the day. Nowhere is there explained how well diggers, who were sometimes hundreds of meters down, were breathing. Yes, it's a good thing we have at least somewhat figured out our food safety laws. Tartar is good, and you've been culinarily punished for it. The same thing happened to me with coleslaw. I'm pretty sure I got food poisoning from coleslaw at Kelsey's, and I've never eaten at a Kelsey's since. Oh, yet to okay. You've yet to be never punished. Okay, you've yet to be culinary punishment for good. Oh, good for you, Day of War. Always hashtag always lucky. Yeah, Maripat says coleslaws are traps to order from anywhere. I think it's the mayo. Yeah, yeah. I've eaten plenty of coleslaw subsequent to that, and I haven't had a problem with those. But yeah, the mayo you got to be careful of for sure. It's not to be trifled with. Now, David Alexander says, isn't mayo just egg whites and oil? Um, Mayo is more disgusting than you give it credit for, Dave. War. Yeah, it's so yeah, the eggs can go bad. Like if eggs, like fresh eggs, are out and they're not, after they're cracked open. I guess if that's not stored correctly, is it cooked? Wait a second. I don't know how to make mayonnaise. Strobelson says, I worked in a deli and we had to taste the mayo-based salads daily to see if they'd gone off. It was always fun getting that tingle on the tongue. And sometimes, like coleslaw. Oh my god, I'm really sorry you had to do that. Yeah, I guess the tingle on the tongue thing. It kind of that can be hidden too if you're not looking for it in coleslaw. I feel like because coleslaw has mayonnaise, but also has like cabbage, and cabbage can have a bit of a piquantness. Mayos, eggs, and oil. Case I tend to verifies. Yeah, I love coleslaw. Just it hasn't put me off coleslaw. It just put me off Kelsey's. And too much vinegar. Yeah, that's another thing. Vinegar isn't coleslaw, so that's another thing where it can hide any potential scariness. Like if you don't know, like if you're not a coleslaw veteran like Strobelstitch, you might think that the combination of cabbage and vinegar, you might not be as easily able to discern the tingle. Oh my gosh. Did you ever get sick, Strobelsnitch, from eating bad coleslaw? Oh my goodness. I feel like that's not allowed to do to people. Coleslaw. Because I feel like if you did get sick from that and you had to like call in and to get like your day off or call off sick is they couldn't really argue. Oh, Kalu Kalimpa means do not steal. Oh, in what language, Deobor? Oh, okay, in Tingo. Okay, gotcha. Never mind. Oh, okay. So Sybil says you guys never got sick from testing your coleslaw. I learned to figure it out from the tiniest bits. I did get sick for a week off some bad sushi from the same place, though. From the place you were working? You worked in a deli and they served sushi? Mary Pat. Oh, I'm glad you like this music. This is the Great Canadian Tune Book. And the Great Canadian Tune Book is MIDI of Canadian folk songs. And I love it too. I was going to use it for my game, but I couldn't find Barry Taylor, who made these arrangements. Just to Jeffy says, if we get sick from eating coleslaw, I think it's our duty to return to the coleslaw provider and vomit directly at the front entrance. Take that, Kelsey's. I'm pretty sure it was the Kelsey's coleslaw. No, I think I was the only one that ate it, and I was the only one that felt sick. But when I called Kelsey's to complain, the manager told me that you can only get food poisoning after 24 hours or something, which I don't know about that. Okay, yeah, Stovall says yes, Supermarket Deli. Okay, Supermarket Deli. We had sushi in a case and made the bad decision to have it for lunch. Okay, so I thought we were working at a deli, like an actual deli. So that would have been really weird. But yeah, like supermarkets sell everything. There's also like buffet sushi, which I have eaten. David Alexander. Does that mean I should stop buying barbecue or sushi from the gas station? Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, sushi is a tricky one. Sushi is a tricky one. $7-Eleven sushi. I'm so sorry you got that sick, Strobel. Since I don't, it's such a miserable feeling to have like some kind of gut rot or something because of something. They probably do sell sushi at 7-Eleven. Gas station and convenience store sushi. I bet, yeah, like in Japan, I'm sure like the convenience store sushi is fine. Oh my gosh, Dribble Snitch. It was bad, like past stomach problems. I had a full body rash. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can think of nothing more miserable than you going through that. I'm so sorry. Jesse Jeffy, you got an iron stomach? You have eaten a lot of questionable takeout these past couple of years? My stomach is generally pretty good. I think I've only gotten sick from having eaten something twice in my life. Once was the coleslaw from Kelsey's, which I'm pretty sure that's what it was. The other time was my mom used to have this habit of leaving rice in the rice cooker overnight, and it was like in the summer, so it was warm, and so I think that rice made me sick. But that only happened once, so twice altogether. Yes. Yes, microwaving fish at work is not looked too kindly upon by coworkers, and popcorn as well. Ah, Neon Totem, good to see you. 7-Eleven sushi in Japan is great, very fresh and plenty of variety. Yes, Douglas says rice left out. Careful with the rice left out. Overnight rice sounds totally fine to you, Jesse Jeffy. Be careful. It might be okay in the winter and the fall, but not high humidity and high heat days. Speaking from experience. But honestly, after it had come out of me, I felt pretty much fine. It wasn't like a vicious food poisoning incident. Oh, no sympathy for them eating with. Oh my goodness, you're one of those. They didn't like fish. I want to eat Japanese convenience store food just in general so badly. Like rice balls and udon and just. I've heard amazing things about convenience store food in Japan. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about these flowers. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add some flowers in the shadow part, but I'm only going to use, for the most part, the dark cyan, so the dark magenta and the dark green, I think. Yeah, Stabletus, I've heard the exact same thing. Yeah, people, they're kind of like you can do everything there. You can pay your bills and stuff at 7-Elevens. So this would be in deep shadow. So I feel pretty good about having a clover over here. Clover over here. Ampam, melon palm. Mary Pat. So these are not thistles; these are clover, which are they're very similar. The flower is kind of like a bulby shape too, but these are quite low to the ground and they don't have the spikies. They actually have the clover shaped leaves, which are kind of nice. Yeah, I'm not sure actually. I don't even know if clover grows this far north or anything. I didn't bother checking before I decided I was going to try this. So I could be wrong in terms of what zone this should be in or whatever. But artistic license. I finished those Miyazaki books, Starting Point and Turning Point, which were English translations of some essays and interviews of Miyazaki. During the Starting Point book covered the first part of his career, and the Turning Point one covered the latter part up until about 2006. And he talks about doing research for his stuff like Princess Mononoke, and how he learned some stuff, but then he also did still use artistic license. So I'm gonna do that too. He says specifically of the iron forges that we see in that movie, they wouldn't have been that big. But ever since he was a kid, he was kind of super impressed and intrigued by this idea of giant iron forges, and so he wanted to have them like that. Yakisoba pan deluxe tax. You've been curious about it? I've not had yakisoba pan, but my mom would sometimes make for lunch yakisoba in like a baguette type of thing, like not a hot dog bun, but kind of like that. So I would have those for lunch sometimes. And yeah, it's noodles in bread. So yeah, it's exactly what you would expect. I also I watch Anpanman, which is a lovely children's cartoon that has melon pan and cream panda and shokupanman, anpanman, melon pan. Yes, yakisoba is fried noodles with with chopped up vegetables and stuff like that, and sometimes hot dogs if your mom is making it and she wants to put more protein in them. And I didn't know they were buckwheat deluxe tux yakisoba. Hmm. And you put like a laver on it too, like a green condiment, like dried condiment thing on it too. Tends to come with that. I'm not big, too big on yakisoba actually myself. You're getting hungry again, just Jeffy. Yeah, I actually brought my snack up. I don't know if I'm going to need it today or what, but the disappointing thing about melon pan, which is like a melon bread, is that it doesn't have melon in it. Doesn't taste like melon. It just has what is considered to be the texture of melon like scored on the bread. So it looks like melon, but doesn't taste like melon or have anything to do with melon. So I don't know what's going on there. But if anyone hasn't seen Anpanman the cartoon and has the chance to do so, it's very interesting. Even if you're like a grown up like I am, it's still interesting. It's he's this kind of a superhero that protects this vast area. And his head is an ampan, which is a red bean filled bun. And he fights against this evil guy called Viking Mom, who's basically like Bacteria Man or something. But if Ampalman gets his head like wet or dirty, he loses his super strength. So his kind of I guess caretaker baker guy has to bake him a new head, and then they come to the rescue and they throw the new head at Ampalman, and it comes off. The old one comes off, and the new one comes onto his shoulders, spins around, sets in place, and then he has his strength back. But he still remembers everything that has happened up to this point, so I don't actually know where his brain is. So it's kind of fun to think about. Ah, Mary Pat. Oh, yes, Miyazaki took some artistic creativity with some imagination. You love their characters more than Tove Jansson's characters, who was the creator of Moomins and My Country Hero. Moomin is pretty adorable. I don't think I've actually seen it, but I saw something on Twitter about how the villain in Moomin is just the scariest villain ever, which I think is good for kids. Moomin. Yeah, in this Turning Point book, when Miyazaki talks about Spirited Away, he says how No Face wasn't even gonna have like a big role in it, and it just kind of happened. So speaking of having a certain plan for a project, and then as you're going, discovering these things about it, and then making certain changes, I find that really appealing. Like he's always really open to figuring out what he's making as he's making it. And he says he never knows what it is until it's pretty much done with his project, every project he's ever made, which is kind of inspiring. Joe's here for you. Welcome back. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying the bucket. The scariest villain ever is that one piano in Mario 64. I've not played Mario 64. The piano is scary. Joe is here if you confirms. Yeah, I never had consoles when I was growing up, but I did have Game Boys, and that's something I was digging up because Inspector Waffles, the developer of Inspector Waffles, is making an Inspector Waffles that is going to be like a Nintendo Game Boy game. Which so I was digging out my old Game Boys and seeing if they still worked, and they do. In fact, let's go to Big Julia for now. Ameripass says, I gotta say, I'm loving this bucket. It almost looks like you could pick it up. Oh, wow, Joe's here for you. That's what David Lynch says as well. That's what David Lynch does too. He figures out what he's making as he's making it. You're streaming Mario 64 Day of War. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make some shaded clover, and then bring that shaded bit into the one that's on the side of the bucket. But I want to show something, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna quickly find what I want to show you guys. Okay. Oh, Edenway says, I was watching one Playdate review and there's at least one Tetris clone which should work very well in Playdate since it has standard controls of a Game Boy. Oh, cool. Joe's here for you says, Lynch says he makes his films in the editing and he always allows for happy accidents during filming. I actually learned that fairly recently with Twin Peaks. Apparently there was something to do with, I guess, a crew member that was in a shot that when David Lynch saw the dailies, he thought he was struck by, I guess, the creepiness of that image, and so he actually included that as a story point in Crimson Peak, in Twin Peaks, which is really cool. Deluxe Duck says this inter art honestly could all be printed real nice and framed, with impossible standards of quality going into it. Oh, Joe's here for you. Didn't have systems growing up either. I got to do games at friends' houses, but I still had a lot of backlog much later. Bob, Joe's here for you. It's called, yes, Bob the crew member. Yes, Bob, Mary Pat as well. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, reading a lot about, hold on, let's go to Big Julia. Reading a lot about how Miyazaki's creative process works and how he finds it, and considering it's an animation that he makes where there's a lot of planning and visualization involved, the fact that he feels like he's finding the movie during that process of making it is I think really cool. David Silva, Bob's real name, David Silva. Joe's here for you says, I understand the original series finale Lynch kind of just threw out a whole bunch of script and made it with no spoilers about Twin Peaks. So I haven't seen the whole thing, but yeah, I wanted to. I brought out my. Oh wow, let's turn off the chroma key for a second so that we're not fighting it. A very cool mix for unconventional story structure. Yeah, and it's very organic, and I love even something that is on the scale of a Miyazaki film. You know, with so many people working on it, budget, everything like that, deadlines. There's still room to do that exploration. So yeah, here's my original, my beautiful, even my name, I etched my name there. A spoiler, I don't actually live in Crimson Lodge, it's true. So there's that. Of course, I got the one with the Tetris, speaking of Tetris, my beautiful Tetris. Yeah, I'm sorry that the screen's a little bit dirty, but I think it's actually not scratched at all. So there's this. Anyway, and that works. It has about 3 or 4 dead lines in it, unfortunately, in the display, but it does work. And I'm gonna put this. I also have this one, the Nintendo Advance SP, which I love because this one it still has a cartridge slot. And it can play the original Game Boy cartridges and then the Game Boy Advance cartridges. Yeah, Joe's here for you. That looks like it's in really good shape. Did you keep it in such good shape? Thank you so much, Joe's here for you, first of all. I took excellent care of all of my things. I still have stuff like books and everything that I've had, for so many years, and I keep everything in really, really, really nice condition. I always have. But yeah, so this is nice, and actually, I was starting to play a little bit of Wario Land 4. I told Dan about this, and of course I have the one with the backlight on it. Mine's not the front light. It's not backlit. So Dan already kind of shamed me because I don't have the cool one. Apparently the one that's got a backlit screen is much more rare. But I love the SP. I love books. Just a Jeffy. That is now a channel point redemption. Oh, good. Eating away 17. Also, a spirit after my own heart, taking good care of things. Yeah. So this one has that front light. And also I have the DS too. So I did play some Nintendo games, but mostly on console. And actually, if we want to compare, those. Obviously, this is like half the half the width. Yeah, so Dan, of course, has the cool one that's backlit, the Game Boy Advance. Yes, that's another thing. Yeah, there's the complaint is that the Playdate has no backlighting. Yeah, I think it might have been just a battery decision not to do that. I actually I prefer not backlit. And just as Jeffy keeps saying books, so I'm going to show the book that I wanted to show, even though there has been no channel point redemption. But I'm more than happy to show books off. Yeah, Dan, why do you gotta be so cool? I know, Dan is busy today doing a local gig that sounds very cool. Although today was going to be an art stream anyway. It Joe's here for you. There are different SP designs, absolutely. So here's the book I want to show off. This is Tokyo Storefronts, artworks of Matthews Urbanovitz. I'm so sorry about pronouncing your name. So this book is gorgeous, and so these are watercolors of Tokyo storefronts. That's pretty much, all you need to hear. So what he's done is these are actual places. It makes me want to do watercolor so badly. So he shows even the map of where everything is located. Everything painted. Yes, Mary Pratt, I love this book so much. And this person, I can't. It also what I really like about it is it actually shows the process that he goes through exactly step by step. So here's the room where it all happens, and so you can see that it's in Japanese and it's in English. There's the room. Yeah, David Alexander, me too. If I ever had to live in another country, I need to visit Japan. Last time I was there was when I was 5.5. So here's his whole setup. Everything here. And he actually goes into the exact tools that he's using. And actually goes through the entire process. So hold on, I'll go through that as well. So he starts with a photo and the sketching out detail. I know, I love it. I love it so much. And see, he gets into the inking here, and he actually specifies how he tries to do mono weight lines. All this. Yeah, I love, you know me. I love bright colors so much. And this makes me want to do watercolor. Yeah, but this book, so it's got tons of them. I mean, I'm going to just do a quick flip through. Oh no, come on, adjust. Not a very good way of doing it. Oh, and there's this thing's falling off. Yeah. So this is the book of the day. Amazing. Stunning. I love it so much. And all these notes about the details and everything too. And also, like this is just a breakdown of all the ones in that area. Beautifully organized, gorgeous paintings. That is your book. Your fun book for the day. All right. He has also learned kanji. Yeah, like I said, it's got some Japanese on the side as well and all that. So it's fun. It's just fun. Okay, so that's that. And I did show the Game Boy stuff. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the sharing. If someone wants to see an additional book, it is a new channel redemption, I think. Let's see if I'm just going to check that I have it up there. Yeah. So there is show old published artwork, show a watercolor cat card, and show a fun book. Those are all ones that I made. But going back to going back to, it's nice to, yeah, it's actually nice to take a bit of a visual break from it and kind of come back. Yes, back to the beautiful bucket. Yeah, I have a weakness for books, like an incredible weakness. There is a chain of amazing discount bookstores called BMV in Toronto, and whenever I go to one, I not that that book did not come from BMV, but whenever I go to a BMV, I always walk out with something inevitably. So. Oh no. Go on, Mansama. Good to see you. You've been lurking. I wanted to say I love the flowers you're adding. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of came upon this idea of maybe doing flowers, and I wanted to see what that would look like, and if I wanted to keep them. But I feel pretty good about them. Like I will clean up all like the jaggies that are on these, but yeah, I think it's a successful experiment. And with a lot of the stuff is you can't tell until you try what it's gonna, if you want to do that or not. Oh, too much. And I do think, yeah, this that the adding of some of this blue here is going to help me to make it look like it's in shade, even though I am cheating. It's all cheating, every bit of it. But yeah, I am hungry, so I did bring my fruit snack up, and I will be eating it before we get into Last Crusade. Yes, BMV. Yeah, there is one. There's one at. There's one at. Oh my gosh, there's two. There's one on Young, and there's one on Bathurst and. Is it Bathurst and Queen? Bathurst and Bloor? I don't remember. I don't know if they're still there. I haven't been downtown, like in that area, very much since, since the Rona. Okay, Jim Matt, thank you. One on Bloor, just west of Spadina. That is the one I would go to the most. Because that is also where there are some comic book stores. There's one called Labyrinth, and that's Labyrinth is actually where I got the Tokyo Storefront book. I think it's called something else now, but I don't remember what it's called. But it's still the same business. Yes, exactly, Jim Matt. That's the one. It's 3 stories. There's records and CDs in the basement. It's awesome. The top floor is comic books. The main floor is books, and the bottom floor is DVDs, Blu-rays, all that stuff. And it's Edenwith. It's an awesome place, and I have so many books to show that are from there and how cheap they are and everything. The Alan Moore run of Swamp Thing, the trade paperbacks, I've been getting them for I think like $6 each or something, or $11 or something like that. Like the list price on them is about $25, and I get them for 11. Anything on Betamax? Edenwith, maybe. I haven't. You haven't been there in ages, and I've never really checked for Betamax. So Betamax, Betamax stuff. But I would. I never had a Betamax, so I wouldn't have asked for it. But very well possibly. Still, but since you miss having fun bookstores, me too. We still have a few in Toronto. Like yeah, the BMVs are really good. There's Book City, which I don't know if those are still around anymore. But we've got a few. So, places that are kind of I don't mind a chapters, but of course chapters a lot of it most of it isn't books anymore really. But I like the other stuff, the non-book stuff too, in the chapters. But I do love just a really good book and used bookstore even better. Sturbleson says back where I lived in Virginia, I had this hole in the wall bookstore that was basically all space from Pratchett books, leaning columns of overfull shelves you could barely squeeze through. It's amazing. I love used bookstores, secondhand bookstores. Love them to death because you find all those like old secondhand, like the pulpy trade paperback, sci-fi novels and stuff for like $5 a pop. Really good. I just and I love finding stuff from there, and you just never know what you're gonna find. And it's funny you mentioned Sturbleton's Terry Pratchett because there was a secondhand bookstore that I went to, and usually those places do have a few Terry Pratchett's here and there. And I asked the store person if they had any Terry Pratchett, and the Terry Pratchett books were all like in a special secret like room that they kept books that got stolen a lot in or something. So that was like their treasure room that she then showed me. But you'd had to ask to see it. Love that stuff. That's another thing that whenever you go to even a small town, just about every small town has one used bookstore, and so I'd always go to it. Marston says, excellent progress on the bucket. It's approaching almost comical levels of detail now. Yeah, I think that's what we're going for now. Yes, Pratchett does belong in a secret treasure room. So I would try to find, some of the older Pratchett stuff sometimes. But, yeah, used bookstore sounds like a great beginning location for an EGA adventure game. A lot of small towns. It's funny because there's a few things that you'll find in small towns almost without fail. One of them is a used bookstore. Second is some kind of martial arts place. Third, of course, there's a Chinese restaurant. And what else? Like, of course, standard things too, like, a barbershop and things like that. But I like the ones that you wouldn't expect. Because also, a lot of times you'll find out of print stuff you're just not going to find anywhere else. Yeah, in fact, there is an adventure game that is set around in a used bookstore. Of course, Gabriel Knight. Gabriel Knight owns a used bookstore. It's kind of one of those businesses where you just wonder how that on earth it stays in business. Poor Rose Deavor? Is it Mary Pat asked, you guys who frequent those stores back there, do they sell cards like Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh? Good question. I couldn't say. I don't know. Oh, in Gabriel Knight Day of War, she was Grace. Yes, throughout all of Gabriel Knight 1, Bill Kuhn points out there was never a single book customer. The flower and the bucket. Okay, Mousman says the flower and bucket greens blending in the bottom left. Flower and bucket greens. Oh, okay, I see here in this area. Yeah, so what we can probably do is I would separate that with some shade. So right now we have some dark gray shading that's happening on the bucket here. So what we could easily do is take some of that and separate what we're seeing, like so. So that it's not as so that's definitely an option. Maripet says, I asked because in Finland it is impossible to find anyone who sells them anywhere. Yeah, you can find them usually, usually comic book stores in places like that would sell stuff like that. I think board game places would as well sell stuff like that. And probably the old standby of just somewhere online, I guess. Oh, good. Mouse is excellent. Much better. Yes, Pilaz says, I need to play Gabriel Knight. I grew up more with LucasArts adventure games and missed out on most Sierra games. That's a really good one to go with, Pilaz, because I don't think there are unwinnable situations in Gabriel Knight. I could be wrong. I played it not too long ago, and it is an excellent game. Grisak PT says one of their favorite point and click games. You vote out on Steam? Yeah, I recommend it. I've only played the first one, though I do think I have the second and third one on GOG. Looking at the time, though, I'm just going to dump this on my Google Drive. I actually think I like the purple, the purple detail here. So we're going to definitely keep going with flowers, I think. Crossslash says GK1 is solid. No, as far as I know, no unwinnable states unless you're saving some stupid spots, but some of the event flags to progress can be frustrating. Joe is here for you also says Gabriel Knight is mostly extremely forgiving for Sierra. Then right at the end you can die 50 times on every screen. Yes, Maripa, I agree. Online you can find anything. It's more fun to go and look. 100% agree. It might buy more actually seeing it live. Yes, that instant gratification. Crosslash also points out GK1 has Tim Curry, which is always good. Oh, and Edenwaith has started replaying GK2. It's been over 20 years and managed to get through the first 2 chapters without any issues, except when the game glitched and it couldn't leave a screen. So that's an FMV game, so but apparently a very good one. So I should probably get over my kind of dislike of FMV and give it a shot, because I do own it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Pulas, I think you can't go wrong with Gabriel Knight. Oh, Joe is here for you. Thinks King's Quest 6 is the best. Another Jane Jensen joint. I didn't realize that. Oh. Yes. Yes, Gabriel Knight, yeah, it's not fantasy or space. I like how it's not really either of those things. Oh, I didn't realize Jane Jensen wrote King's Quest 6. Deavor thought CB... What's COTL, Deavor? And Quest for Glory 1 were better than King's Quest 6. King's Quest 6 is still one of the best. Deluxe Text, yes, Beneath the Steel Sky. Beneath the Steel Sky, of course, is free. At least last I checked, it was free on Good Old Games. So, yeah, I've played that recently as well, and it is quite good. Yes. Okay, Conquest of the Longbow. Yes. Yes, that is also very excellent. I love Conquest of Camelot as well. But yeah, I think we're done with this for now. Um, but yeah, I think I do like the flowers. I think it gives a nice burst of color and a different shape. Technically, Gabriel that is low fantasy, Bilkin says. Yes, Deivor. Yes, Conquest of the Longbow evangelized it enough. Yes, absolutely. I have never played Conquest of the Longbow actually from beginning to end. Something else I need to do. But speaking of playing stuff, hopefully we're on me again. Okay, good. We are on me again. Sakanako, good to see you. Oh yes, the Dig has excellent music, as does most LucasArts stuff. That's another one I haven't played or finished. It's also supposed to be really difficult, and there's just so much. There's just so much. It's amazing, and I love the fact that these things we still have access to them. Speaking of, Last Crusade, LucasArts, the EGA version, no less. Sakana, yeah, those are clover actually, so they've got little purple clovers. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like I've got a hole in my head. Um, which, you know, I don't know how I feel about that, but it's okay. Okay, let us let's put this music on pause. We're about to go to some adventuring. We are going to. I've got it prepped even. Um, we're going to enter into the Let's Play portion of the night. We're going to play a little bit of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Oh my gosh, Pulas! Yes, Laura Bow games. Those ones are very different in design from King's Quest stuff. You can kind of just stumble around in them, but they're a lot of fun. I'd actually be interested to hear what you'd think of them. Okay, so turning off the music. I'm going to turn down the desktop audio because actually the audio is pretty loud in this for whatever reason, and we're going to get into our indie. RND. Nice try, Captioner. Okay, Gears Woo, I love EGA, I believe is where we were. Oh yes, tag change. My gosh, Mousemus, thank you. Thank you. Okay, yeah, let's do the tag change. Category. Indiana Jones. The Last Crusade, the graphic adventure. Done. Cool. Okay. Good. Thank you for reminding me. I forget everything. Okay. Yes, Big Julia equals time to get onto the new thing. It's through segue screen. Okay. So. Oh. Yes. Okay. So here's where we were, and the first thing I noticed is that when I push this thing... Oh, thank you for the, whatever that was. It doesn't look like everything is... Like, the mousetrap wheel is not spinning. But thank you very much for... Oh my gosh, we're... Oh, thank you for the follow, Angelus05. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so... Gayatri Mantra is my favorite indie adventure, Jim Matt says. Gayatri Mantra. Yeah, this thing doesn't seem to be working. I wonder if we'll get to fix it. Oh, it was okay. It was the autocorrect. I wonder what a Gayatri Mantra is. Huh. Jade Jensen also had a hand in Police Quest 3. There was a map puzzle in that game which reminded me of the map puzzle in GK3. Yeah, whatever this is, we can't do anything with it, I don't think. And I think, yeah, what is pretty much covered everything. What is tunnel? Yeah. I don't know how much more of the catacomb we have. Oh, there's the music. Let me know if that's too loud for you. I'm going to turn that down for myself, actually. I can't remember which way I've gone and which way I haven't gone. Oh, no, I don't think I've... Oh, no, have I been here? Okay, so we have skulls, we have hole. Okay, these are dead ends. Okay. Can I fall into the hole? Oh, it looks deep. Okay, maybe I can't. Oh, well, Bilkin says, Jane Jensen wrote Police Quest 3, Greenville Night 1, 2, and 3, and King's Quest 6. Yes, Crossless, I was there. I just couldn't... it's been a while. I can't remember anything. But I did recognize the background. Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is new. Okay, save. Save. I don't know what 25 series, 25 episode, what that means. Oh my god. No. No. Does anyone know what that means? 25 episode, 25 series? Looks like a puzzle is incoming. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Mobius has issues. Deluxe Tux says worth playing. So that's another Jane Jensen, I believe. Okay, what is? Let's do the what is. Tunnel. I can't get enough of this lighting. I just will keep on repeating it and repeating it. Series increases if you reply again and discover more. Replay and discover more things. Okay. Statue. So I think this looks familiar. This reminds me of something that I saw in the Grail Diary. There's a wooden door in a tunnel. So let's just try the most obvious thing first. I can't open it. I think it's last from the other side. What about this tunnel? This is just a bypass? No, okay, we don't want to do that. We are going to look at statue. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to use Grail Diary. Can we do that? Okay, open Grail Diary. Yes. This configuration is labeled correct. This one is labeled certain death. How curious. Okay, so Angel. That looks like a ghost octopus with a pagoda hat on, and the other one looks like the devil, kind of. Okay, indie quotient points. Yeah, there has to be a non-zero number of people named Indiana. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I guess I'm going to push these or something. Push. Yes! Oh no, everything else moved. Why can't you have been easy? Okay, that's not the ghost. That's not the ghost in the triangle hat yet. Okay, that's the ghost in the triangle hat. And the last thing had to be... I like this using of the Grail Diary, now that it works. This is a cowman. Cowman with a straw coming out of his head. Okay. Push. No, don't move. Oh no. I hate this. A satyr. Yes. Yes, George Herefew says, how did this get fixed? Did you have to start over or download another copy? Yeah, Joe's here for you did not miss it. Yeah, so someone just out of the blue emailed me with another version of the EGA version of this game that works. So thank you so much, anonymous benefactor, for providing me with a working copy, digital copy. And yeah, so I had to replay. We had just started though, so it wasn't a big deal. I had to replay up to the point that I was. Can I see actually, you know what? Can we see the certain death one first? Because I want to see what that does. Do you think they have something? Okay, we need King, Catapult, and Dog Knight. Okay, so we're going to do that. I want to do that pretty badly. King. Catapult and Dog Knight. I know that's not a catapult, but I know things are going to keep moving. I don't like the moving of the things. Where's the Dog Knight? No. I want to see the death that I have to work for. So that's the... No, that's not the Dog Knight. It's, which one is it? I'm not a visual person. This Dog Knight. Okay, so it's facing that way. Okay, so... This one. Catapult. Yes. Yes! Oh, I didn't die. Well, the girl diary was wrong, wasn't it? Yes. Predator meme with millennials and adventure gamers clasping hands over instant death. Oh, boo. Yeah, certain death. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a, I'm gonna consult the Grail Diary again. Yeah, it's not a matter of, it's not a match 3. It is, yeah, it's like a very certain, series. No. Yeah, it's Angel, Octopus, Asian Octopus, and Satyr, I guess. So we're gonna try to achieve that. I think that's the I don't... Is that the proper Angel? Yeah, like I said, I don't have a memory, so you're now seeing the limitations of what I can remember. It's pretty bad. Okay, we need actually, let's push this statue. Nope. Yes. And we need Satyr. No. No. Yes, the middle bit is a hanging scroll. Something. Yeah, some pennant or something. Yes, everyone dies eventually, so the puzzle is not wrong. Maybe just a commentary on the nature of mortality. I hate stuff like this. Like, just do... It doesn't make it... It makes it harder, but it doesn't make it more enjoyable. Yes, okay, that is... Yay, I did it, okay. Randomly. The Luxtucks have a great night. Jess and Jeff, you gotta go as usual. All of you are my favorite people of the week, every week as usual. Bye, everyone. See you next Crimson Tuesday. Hope that every day between now and next Crimson Tuesday is awesome. Jess and Jeffy, thank you so much for being here. You're like a huge part of what makes Crimson Tuesday such a pleasure. So have a wonderful rest of your week too, and see you here again next week for whatever we happen to be doing. Hopefully we can do some Playdate, because hopefully we can get Mirror working, which is the utility to play the Playdate on the desktop. So yeah, have a wonderful night and a wonderful week. Yeah, suspiciously easy, Maximus says. I'll take it. So let's save. I don't know why, like these, I don't know why we need 2 different numbers. They always seem to be the same. Suspiciously easy. Okay. Mary Pat said, Julia, I think you're way better at those kinds of puzzles than you give yourself credit for. I basically just brute force them. I don't know what I'm doing. I just randomly clicked until it worked. Eating says, I've been virtually drilling over the Playdate reviews. I'm in group 2, so just need to wait patiently. I so much wanted to show it tonight. I just, yeah, that particular piece of software for it is just not working for me. And I was posting in the Playdate Discord, and people were trying to help me, and none of it was working, and it just, ugh. I'm so sorry. I did want to do that today. Ooh. Sounds like Karasla says, sounds like a series is for multiple playthroughs since there are multiple solutions to puzzles. Yes, Edenwaite, there is a Playdate Discord that I think is open to everybody, not just devs who were invited to participate. I'm pretty sure. So I'll have to ask about that if you want to be on that. I can ask. I'm gonna get lost. I'm telling you that right now. Oh, is that a dead end? No, come back, Indy. Little Indy, little Indy. I can't get enough of little Indy. I want a little pin just of this Indy, just like this. I should make I want to make like a little cross stitch of just little Indy. And he makes me so happy. Oh, Edith, yeah, you left you and played it Discord. Okay, I will ask if. Let me make a note, actually. Because like I said, memory. I actually have something that looks a lot like the Grail Diary. This is my own planner, so I'm gonna write that down. Ask about playdate, Discord, invite, meet and wave. Great. Yeah, I think that's, I mean, yeah, I think that's a large part of the appeal for me of having a planner that looks like this is, yeah, it looks like a Grail Diary. It's got all kinds of fun, like, pockets and stuff and notes, and I actually have, like, all kinds of fun, like, illustration stuff, and I made, like, a, oh, this is probably getting keyed out, but whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Crosslight says, now add a puzzle and Crimson Diamond solved with Julia's notes in her not Grail Diary. I want to. Ooh. Ooh, this looks very dangerous. What is? Okay, so there's some kind of... Oh my gosh, there's a drawbridge here, but we don't have it. Can I just walk off the edge? Oh, LucasArts! Bless you. Okay. Pilar says, did you hear about the time a fan ordered a recreation of the Grail Diary? It was accidentally sent to Indian University's history department? What? Is that true? Yeah, Indy throws a monkey across the gap to pull the lever. Yeah, something like that. I'm gonna get lost. I know I went this way, but... Okay, no, wait. Okay, so there's triangles. That's something I can say with complete confidence, is that I will get lost. Okay, dead end. Great. Okay, so that's the way I came, right? This was the dead end, right? Don't laugh at me. I have no memory. Okay, yes. No. Like I said. Bear with me. Okay, another dead end. Mary Pat, thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. And I'm so glad that you got to spend time with us. Pilar said, yeah, it really happened. Apparently, the actual package it was sent and came off, and so only the address it had was the one for Indy's office from the movie. I love it. Apparently, yeah, there are some prop. Right, there are some prop Grail Diaries. I think they went for a lot of money. I'm not surprised. Okay, no, wait. So that's it? Wait, no, come back. Go back. I must have missed a turn, right? Okay, that's that way. Did I miss something? That's all the same. Okay, so I did see that. Uh-oh. I don't want to think that there's only one room in here. After all that? You don't say. Oh, little Indy. Oh, I forgot to have my snack. I'm gonna barrel through this. We're gonna get it done. Okay. Yeah, there was a map. I took a picture of it, Mousemas, but there were already 2 levels that we went to, or we went through. So I didn't think. Yeah, we have 2 maps in our Grail diary, but this one is a different. No, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I mean, this is probably this map. Okay. So that's okay. Yeah, I think yeah, no, that's true because I actually think that there's only one possibility here because I'm looking at the map that we have here and it has like a comb looking area, but we can't get to that part because this drawbridge is down. So yeah, I think that I'm fairly confident in saying that we've seen everything here. Yeah. No, you're right. It's very true that I have a map for this. And we saw everything. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I gotta go back around this way. Therefore, have a great night. Thank you. Good luck finding the Grail. Indeed. Come on, go. You know you can. Do it. Okay. Okay, so that's it right now, but there's this tunnel. Okay. So which thing is this? Because now there's a bunch of these screens. Is this some other select part of this then? Oh, look, there's a doorway. Only a pit ahead missed anything. Oh, so okay, so that. Oh, so we're back here. Missed anything behind? Did I miss anything? Back in these areas? I think we did all this. Yeah. Okay, so this we definitely need to fix or something. Maybe use the red cordon on the machine somehow. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Okay. Okay. This game is making me feel really smart, but that's also scaring me. Ka-ching. Great. Oh my gosh. Now I have to find my way back. Is it this way? The machine lives. I fixed the mousetrap. Okay, oh, I have the map again. I have the map. Okay, so we go around this shepherd's crook. And then we go straight this way. And then it's this room here. Where my bridge at? Here, my bridge. Sweet. Look at me go. Look at me go. I'm solving things. Oh no. Okay, where's this? Oh, okay, so this is where these alcoves are. Okay. Yeah. This should be a dead end. Dead end, yes, good. Great. Oh yeah, so these are all dead ends. Cool. I'm enjoying myself immensely. finger. Okay, so that's all the fingers. Okay, what's this? Ooh, 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 ooh. Skeletons. None of them, huh? I guess for Indiana Jones, skeletons are kind of old hat. He's not interested. But all this, the way that the shape of the cave is picked out, just with all this line work and stuff, I'm so happy. I'm so sorry. Yeah, skeletons, Jim. Yeah, Where's that from? I don't even know. Is it from Animaniacs? Skeletons. Dead ends and catacombs. Does that count as a dad joke? I think that qualifies. Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, Jack Skellington. That's right. Which I watched, but I somehow forgot everything about it. I don't even know if I saw the whole thing. It's just a ton of skeletons. It's a metric skeleton. Skeleton. Okay, so that was nothing. Skeleton room. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. This is a nice map. I like it. I think this is so this is a dead end. I think. No, it's not a dead end. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is? This looks like someone went bowling. Okay, look at skulls. I don't see anything special. Okay, I want them. I want all of them. Pick up every skull. No? Open door. Latched from above. No, this isn't very helpful. Latched from above. Can I use the whip? Nope. Small key whip manual. Okay, no. Okay. Go down. Go this way. Dead end? No. Is it dead end? Yes, dead end. Okay. Skull party. Yeah, kick the door down, Indy. The book is mightier than the boot. Is that all I have going for me? I feel like it is. Yeah. So this is that other place. Yeah, that's the other room. Yeah, I think, is that it? So I need to do something with the skulls then. Okay. Can I open the Grail Diary? Anything here? Oh, cool. Okay. Per hos sonos sepulchrum aperis, from the manuscript of Abbess Hildegard of Bingen? The excerpt uses an obscure musical notation. I am not sure why it never has more than 6 notes. Okay, so yeah, okay, I can see what's going on here. Ask me about Loom. Do I have to like push these so that they're... Oh no. Oh no. Okay, could we remember how to read music? Okay, no, do we even have to? Hey, Master says, hey, you're doing great. Yeah, okay, I see. Okay, I get it. There's 5 skulls. There's 6 skulls. There's 6. But how am I don't know how far to push anything. Okay, wait. Let's open the Grail Diary again. Okay, no need to okay. Okay. But pull? I Okay, I'm gonna CFEDF. CFEDF. Keep 2 back, push the rest forward. How you think? Okay, because some of them, that one did stay. It actually didn't stay that way, right? Yeah. C, D, E, F, G. Sorry, C. Direction of the tail doesn't matter. Okay. They seem to be spaced apart. Assuming there's a treble clef, C, F, E, D, F is what people are saying. C, F, E, D, F. Yeah. Direction. 16256. How are you guys doing this? So this is position 1. This is So this is the 6th. This is the 1st. This is the 5th. 2nd and 1. So wouldn't it be like 6, 1, 5, 2, 1? Okay, so 6. 1, 5, 2, 1. Oh, okay. Alright, it's not bad. It's not bad. I got a little bit of help from the chat, which is fine. Yay! It's kind of funny to think how they designed this. Just the guys who designed it, not the developers, but the people, whoever the people were that devised this skull xylophone. Skeller xylophone. Nice. Nice. Woo! I don't remember that part of the movie, but how fun would that have been? It should have played dun 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 or something. Okay, so. Oh. That was just one corridor? Go back. There's no turns? No? Okay. Is it supposed to be a Goonies reference? Points jingle. Yeah, we need a points jingle. We need a da 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 da. No, Indy, no, you can do it. Okay, cool. Cool. Am I following in system? No, I'm not. No, okay, dead end. Okay, so this dead end. Okay. I guess I should figure out where I am. Oh, this is the same dead end, isn't it? No, it's just... Is this one of the maps I have? It doesn't look like it. Faster, faster. Okay, so... Okay. Oh. Yay! The Tomb of Sir Richard. Hmm. Tomb of Sir Richard. Not advisable to play on an empty stomach. Okay, let's play this. Okay, what is? Casket. That's it? That's it? Okay. Look at casket. This looks like the casket of the lost knight. Nice. This looks amazing, first of all. Ancient city of Alexandretta. Today the city of Iskanderun is built on its ruins. This is beautiful. What? Super. It's like the Nancy Maple close-ups. Well, that was a thing. It looked amazing. That's it? Yeah, I think, that does sound like it did sound quite lasery. That's it? No, I don't want to read Monk. No. Oh, no. No, I don't know. That's it? Seriously? I want to do stuff with him. I want to rub his thing, right? Like, don't we do that? I'm sad. But I'm not gonna go back to that other side because I know that's kind of a way out. I want to see if there's more stuff I missed. Steel skull. Do skeleton crimes. I wanted to make a rubbing of his shield, like in the thing. I feel like I must have missed something with my aimless clicking. Yeah, Tiny Indy is so precious to me. He's just way too cute for his own good. Yeah, exactly. I guess Dr. Elsa Snyder wasn't up for the adventure. Yeah, where's she? It would have complicated the game for having her follow around. This is true. I like Elsa Snyder. She's fun. But yeah, I guess this is I know in Fate of Atlantis we have Sophie or Sophia, who comes along. Yeah, she's probably busy with Indy's dad. I also got lost in the library. Yeah, exactly. Pull us. Yeah, in Fate of Atlantis we get a version of that teamwork thing happening. Yeah, is that the only place that I missed? I didn't miss anything? Don't tell me I didn't miss anything with my aimless wandering. As you can hear me just frantically clicking on everything. That's it? Okay. Oh, Crosslash, you say you don't think I missed anything? Okay, that's good to know. Wow, I'm impressed. It seems like I totally would. Yeah, plus I totally agree. It's kind of sad we didn't get more Indiana Jones games like this and Fate back in the day. I know. Yeah, it's such a shame what happened with LucasArts and their adventure game division and stuff. It's just they were making just the best stuff I've ever, This is wonderful. No, come back, come back, come back. I think it was over here. Come back, I said. This is probably a dead end. He's like, it's a dead end, Julia. I know it's a dead end. And I'm, well... it's like with the elevator button. If you push it faster, does it come faster? Yes, exactly, yeah. For well, it says, even sadder, we never got a Star Wars adventure game. What I would give for one starring Leia. Yeah. No, no. Are you telling me this is a dead end, Indy? Yes, fine. You're right, okay? EGA Star Wars? Yes. EGA everything. This is the one where I have to go down again, right? Use laser blaster on Darth Vader. Okay, so Tomb of Sir Richard. Later. Woohoo! Yes, indeed. What is? Okay, no, nope, nothing here. Great. Can we open this? I can't seem to move it. I don't see anything special about it. Is it the small key that we're using? I forget. I don't even remember where we got this key. That doesn't seem to work. Can we whip the lock off? We should be able to, right? That sounds like an indie thing. That's not what I carry whip for. Pull. Pull. Very good. Oh no, someone was making an EGA Han Solo game. Aw. Yes, yeah, they could have just named it something else. Space Battles, Dan single. Yeah, just use the muscles, Indy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that they're just letting me get out. Quick exit. Oh, there she is, Dr. Jones. I've been looking all over for you. I don't have a German accent. I have been looking all over for you. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, he's wet this time. Cool. He's been kept at Brunwald Castle on the Austrian-German border. I love how he kind of nods while he talks. Of course, Iskenderun. This is... Oh, I love it. Why is he wet? Do we know why he's wet? We might need to go back here. Oh, we're going there. Woo! Another tiny indie. Look how tiny. EGA Castle. Look at Indy. He's the smallest indie we've had. Yeah, dark gray and blue with flash looks good. I'm a little teabag. Good to see you. Elsa, I'm going to scout around. You stay in the car and don't be a Nazi spy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We need tiny indies on the screen. So yeah, when people I need to do better on Twitch, you guys. Fractal Mind Mike. Happy anniversary, Fractal Mind Mike. 12 months subscribing. Thank you so much. I'm just taking this in right now. And yeah, Jim Matt, I can't yeah, the music's very well adapted. Oh my god. Look at Indy. How tall is he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think he's 15 pixels tall. I'm gonna count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is he 15 or 16? 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think he's 15. Yes, a Lemmings game where lemmings are replaced by tiny indies. Yeah, Pelez. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's the cutest one yet. I want like a pendant with him on it. I can't save here? Oh, come on. Okay, wait. If I can't save here... You're not gonna let me save? Okay, I'm gonna do a screen cap, because I need a screen cap of this right now. Sorry. The car is gorgeous. The car is gorgeous. I'm just gonna open up. Give me one moment. I have to save this as a screen cap because I want to admire this later. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. Oh my gosh. It's all I've ever wanted. Desert Sky, good to see you. Loving the stream. Thank you. Recently got into Fate. I see it. Why many are calling it the real Indie 4. Any chance of you streaming it once you're done with Last Crusade? That's a very good question. I don't know what I'm gonna do because so far I just started doing Let's Playing. I've done Personal Nightmare and I've done Last Half of Darkness, and then this is the third game I've ever done, and they've all been EGA. So I kind of want to stick to doing EGA games, even though Fate of Atlantis is gorgeous. And it's LucasArts, which is amazing. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just going to save this little screen cap because I can't help myself. So it's possible, but I've kind of been sticking to EGA because all my art is kind of EGA. But it's all kind of like made up as I go along. Indie Castle. Okay. It's amazing. I'm in awe. Okay. Loom is solid. Yeah. Pepsi Otaku. Yep. Yep. Loom is very solid candidate. Very solid candidate. Yes. Yeah, that last save would have to be marked Pretty Castle before Pretty Castle. I would definitely be playing the EGA version of Loom if I do play it. Yeah, 16 colors is all you need. Loom without question. Desert Sky makes sense. But seconding Loom mark for a Dithering in all its glorious sunny. Okay, yeah, I think that's a fairly good recommendation on that. So I don't even have any. Oh, where'd he go? Oh. That car, yeah, it's really well done. I can walk behind. Oh. Whoa. I was not expecting that to work. This is really pretty. Save. Pretty Castle Garden. Okay. Judith Butler's Liver, good morning. Oh my goodness, good to see you. Of course, Secret of Monkey Island, of course. There's a fan sequel in development for Loom as well. I'm not certain it's EGA or not. I'm a little Teapet. Oh, Oh, wow. Fractal Mind Mike. Thank you so much for gifting those tier subs. Eden Waith, HC Willett, Ripley, 1979, Foggage Green, and Joe's here for you. Thank you so much for gifting them those subs. My gosh, wonderful. So I have a little teapot. You said you recently played a 16-color Monkey Island for the first time. It's got a slightly different vibe. So I want to actually ask you, what kind of vibe did you feel like it had in comparison to the VGA? Oh my gosh. 1,000 bits, Fractal Mind Mike. Thank you, incredible, incredible, incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What is Front of Castle? I need to do lightning in my game. I've realized this. There's nothing here? That's awesome. I really appreciate it. It's enough for me to just have you guys. Oh. Okay, wait. Okay. It's enough for me, for you guys to be here with me and watch me play and have wonderful chats and stuff. But yeah, of course, I very much appreciate the support. Yay! Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. Look at motorcycle. I don't see. I'm not leaving without my father. Okay, so this is here. So we know this is here now. Oh. Bye, Indy. I wonder where Elsa went. Oh, she's gone now. She's ratting on you, Indy. What about the tapestries? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that wasn't a rock. It's fantastic. My gosh. I guess there's nothing else here. Cool. Yeah, Gomon Some of the castle is beautiful. This is the tiniest, most precious indie I've ever seen. Oh, there's even a front view of him. I love him. Okay, let's see this. Tapestries. I'm here to see the tapestries. I don't have a Scottish accent. Ooh. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Yes, he's doing it. Oh wow. Okay, so here are my choices. Lord Robert McFalfa, I'm here to inspect the tapestries. Are you the one with the relatives in town? Never mind that. Who's in charge or throw a punch? Yes, the tiny indie catacombs overhead view I like, but I like tiny indie outside castle side view. I think maybe more. Although I do like the chibbiness of the catacomb view. I'm Lord Robert McFalfa. I'm here. I'm going to say that on. Tapestries? This is a castle and you do have tapestries, do you not? Terrible. I'm so sorry. Are ye deaf, man? Now bottle off to Lord Brunwald. Yes, we do have tapestries, but if you're a Scottish lord, I'm a movie star. He doesn't say Mickey Mouse. Then you should have called in your stunt. He should have named a movie star, though, I feel. Don't you? He should have said, if you are a Scottish... Oh, meanwhile, elsewhere in the castle. Oh my gosh, look at that dog. It's having a heart attack. Okay. I love how the doghouse has Nazi things on it too. That's adorable. Look at the doghouse. Matt, thank you. My Scottish accent is on par with Harrison Ford's. Yoda Stories and Indiana Jones and his Desktop Adventures. EGA, no, I don't think, but Q Pixel Art. Yes, I remember those ones. That is not EGA, but definitely Q Pixel Art. Did they not travel 25 years into the future to find out that Disney would end up owning India or something? Oh wow, what happened to the butler? Did he say what happened to the butler? Did the butler just dissolve? Oh, but yeah, I'm a little teapot. How is the vibe different? Okay, I'm a little teapot. Well, the Monkey Island area feels a bit more unexplored and threatening somehow. Could have been also the lack of sound. So the EGA version versus the VGA version. Butler vanished. Yeah, it's like when you like stomp on a Goomba in Mario, he just flashes and disappears. Exactly. The poor dog, not his fault he was raised by Nazis. Oh, Judith Butler's lover is still here. Oh my gosh, fantastic. Okay, so I guess we solved that. So I'm just gonna save. Castle inside. Okay. Okay, so good. Play. What is? So would this have come out after the movie, I'm assuming? Ooh. I love houses. I love houses in games. Let's go here. When I saw this in a split second, I thought it was like a tennis court or something, but it's clearly not. Okay, so this was after the movie, so people would have been like, they recognized scenes from it. Oh, look! Oh my gosh, it's like Ultima 6 indie. Oh no, we're getting arrested. Yeah, it looks like Wolfenstein. Halt! Are you here on official business? This looks like insult sword fighting. Oh my gosh, hi, I'm selling fine leather jackets like the one I'm wearing. Quickly out of the way, I have a message for the colonel. Where is the prisoner? I've come to interrogate him. Okay. They're holding him upstairs, but who are you? Gestapo Special Investigations. I'm Dietrich's successor. Yeah, I wish the Indie would sell me a fine leather jacket. Wasn't he killed on that Ark of the Covenant fiasco? How do you know about that? Are you leaking information? Yes, a sad end for a brave man. Let's just put him off back on his back heel. Oh, see, we outsmarted him. This is such a cute view. Okay, that's the way I came, right? Okay. No, that's the way I came. I told you. It's embarrassing. Okay. I think you can technically get by every single one of these dudes without combat, but generally you can only figure it out by lots of saving and trial and error. Well, this is so cute. I did not expect to see something like... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, it is 11:30. So we're going to leave it here in this beautiful... whatever this is. I'm at a bit of a loss of even explaining what kind of room this is. Oh, it's got a little model Zeppelin. Okay. This is amazing. Oh no, you struggle with this part of the game? Oh, there's an alert counter. The more fights you get into, the more hostile the remaining guards will be. Oh, did not see that coming. Thank you, Sir Bolson. It's very good. Really struggled with this part of the game. Should I reload it before we collided with the Nazi? This castle is rough. Oh no. Oh no. Castle Wolfenstein. Latest. Because I won't remember. I'm fine? Okay. Probably fine. That's what I like to hear. Okay. Okay. That is it for tonight. That was amazing. Cattle. Did I misspell cattle? Did I go cat? Oh, I see. Castle, yes, Castle Brunwald. If you get in too many fights, it can take a toll on your health. They're puzzles as a kid I never solved when I got stuck here. Okay. Okay, no, you did. Okay, Castle Grunwald. Castle Wolfenstein. Dracula's Castle. Um, that was amazing. I can't believe that we're in Castle Grunwald, and it's really pretty, except for all the Nazi stuff, but it's pretty. And it is kind of funny. I still like the doghouse. It's ridiculous. Okay. We're gonna find someone to raid, but before we do that, next week I don't know what's gonna happen, but I will be here. Hopefully with this little guy. Hopefully I'll be able to show you some of the games. Oh my gosh, the green screen does not like the playdate. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show some of that. If not, we'll do something. Dan may or may not be here. Um, we'll see. If he's not, we will go back to the bucket and the flowers and make that even more ridiculous and play more indie. And if Dan is here, then we will do something musical. But yes, thank you so much for being here as always. It's always like super 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 fun, and even for a hermitess such as myself, it's nice to have a social outlet. Oh, Grindelwald, you came back right at the end. Yeah, we just played some Indiana Jones and Last Crusade. We are in Castle Grunwald. We asked about the tapestries, and we recreated the scene in the movie, and I did a really bad Scottish accent. Karashalas, have a great night. Wild West Wednesday tomorrow with Grundislav, 1 p.m. Eastern. Grundislav will be making an up close. We were doing an up close bucket. He's going to be doing an up close tea cabinet, I believe, with tea tins, which is something close to my heart. So I'm looking forward to that. Pushing Up Roses is live with Day of the Tentacle. No way. Okay, that's easy. We're going to do that. I didn't even know she streamed. That's fantastic. Okay. See you next week. Have a great rest of your week. Um, and I will see you next week on another Crimson Tuesday. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you. Have a great night. Joe is here for you. Go Mansama as well. Oh, and Grundislav may wear his cowboy hat tomorrow. Or a cowboy hat tomorrow. I don't know. He might have a lot of them. Yeah, I had no idea she streamed. Okay, so let us. I'm going to find that. Till next time, Mousemas, thank you as always. Thank you for telling me when I'm muted or I have hiss on my mic. It just keeps wanting to do that, and I keep telling it to stop. Oh yeah. I why am I not surprised? Grindislav has 3 cowboy hats. Okay, so I can't wait to see. I want to see them all, but I know that would be greedy of me. So is Pushing Up Roses called Pushing Up Roses on on this on Twitch? Yes, she is. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, we're gonna have a raid message. We're gonna have a raid message. Raid message is gonna be um, Crimson Diamond Raiders are politely dropping in, and whatever raid message, Crimson Diamond Raiders are politely dropping in. We're going to raid Pushing Up Roses. It's so cool that she's an amazing YouTuber. She actually did a short look video on the Crimson Diamond, and she's playing Day of the Tentacle, which is one of my favorite adventure games of all time. So this is super easy, a super easy choice. Thank you, Maximus, for finding that. So we're gonna raid Pushing Up Roses, and I should follow as well, but when we get there I will. See you guys next time. Good, perfect. Woo. Pushing Up Roses used to do a lot of Let's Plays and adventure game reviews. She sometimes still does them now. So I'm really happy to see that she is continuing to play and enjoy adventure games and entertain people, because she's super entertaining. See you tomorrow, Grindislav, with Wild West Wednesday. And thank you again, Fractal My Mike especially. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the gift subs. Huge help. And everyone's enthusiasm here is always wonderful, so thank you. Looks like we've got everyone that we're meaning to get, so we're gonna rate it up, and I'll see you over there real soon. Okay. Good night. Good night.